Ooh, he big man. He big man.
Welcome back to another night of Shtick with Koolfrogg. I have a full slate here tonight. I got a couple new people, a couple people that you may have known already. We'll go around the room and let everybody show up themselves if they want. We'll start with Shirts. Go ahead.
Well, alrighty then. You can go to americashirtsourfirst.com. That's americashirtsourfirst.com. The most base t-shirts on the planet. I'm not a lawyer. That's just what the website says. You can get 15% off anything in the store using the discount code Koolfrogg. So there you go. Go grab yourself an awesome t-shirt and spread the truth with a little bit of fun and a little bit of some interesting poses from Bill Gates there with his vaccine hands. That's interesting. His jabby hands. Jabby.
Demonetized.
Grim?
Hey, what's up? Resident Shitlord. I made a TikTok just the other day. TikTok Grim's Bar. But yeah, other than that, Shitlord, and probably going to be going off a lot tonight about science because Good Logic Stream was a bit enraging. Anyway, yeah, that's
fine.
that.
We can do whatever.
You guys.
That's fine.
No, you were really going to go there.
I see Jimmy
showed up.
Jimmy, you want to show yourself out? Your turn.
Yeah, I'd love to. You can follow me here at Jimmy
Jimmy.
YouTube or Jimmy Jim Jam son. You can follow me at the Atlas Pass on TikTok for some amateur art and some different nice clips with music on them or whatever, you know. Or you can follow me on Twitter at RealAnimeRich _ and capitalizations.
And we have a new one with us tonight. This is a Dead's Eye. If you actually want to have any social medias that you'd like to spit out, you can totally spit them out.
Not a big subscriber to social media, but I will say, I'm just here because every now and then I get a little bit lonely.
Sounds good. Sounds good. We'll keep you company for the night.
Fantastic.
Mike, got anything you'd like to say?
Nope, I'm just hearing the demonetization with awesome memes.
Well, good thing I'm not monetized yet. We're just going to actually try keeping it a little friendly and, keep Susan at bay. That's all we're here for.
Speed running the band hammer, buddy. That's what I'm doing.
And I am Koolfrogg. You can go down to the description. You can click on the link tree. That's /Koolfrogg. If you want to help me out immediately, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/Koolfrogg. That's KOOLFROGG. And like I said, this is an open mic format. I'm going to see if I can't grab that link and throw it down into the chat. And anybody that wants to decide they want to come in, they can totally come in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun night. Anybody that had something that they actually wanted to actually talk about in particular, you want to, Shirts, did you have something you said you brought? I know Grim has science in his head, so he's going to talk science either way.
It'll end up going forever, so you guys should go first.
Well, that's why I said
your topics first.
Did you have something particular you wanted to? Did you bring something with you?
Well, I was kind of throwing around the idea of talking about a couple of the faces on the forum of young global leaders that I find kind of interesting.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know.
Bring
if
it up.
Would take it.
Go ahead, start it off, man.
Where is my?
What was? Grim, did you pull up your voice mod? Is that what you did?
No, I didn't do shit, man.
I heard a word tone. So I don't know who that was.
No, I heard da-da-da-da. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know. That wasn't me.
That was my Walter White phone.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Some of the interesting faces here. This is under media. And again, this is the forum of young global leaders. This is Klaus Schwab's thing for, teaching all the younger peoples, how the world should be and what you should be doing when you go back to your place of work. Well, it's a little more complicated than that. If I go back to the main page, it says, aligned with the World Economic Forum's mission, we seek to drive public-private cooperation. There's that lovely phrase, that scary phrase, in the global interest. We are united by the belief that today's pressing problems present an opportunity to build a better future across sectors and boundaries. So, yeah. So
Build back a better future.
Broke back better.
Yeah.
Broke back better. I like that.
Yeah, something like that, right?
Yeah, because the plan's gay. It's broken.
It's not gay. It's just heteroflexible.
No.
Oh, what
there's old Klaus Schwab in front of all these people, That's great. That's great.
When Biden is no longer in office at the end of this year, Kamala's VP pick will be freaking like Chad Manley.
So we're kind of going over this a little bit yesterday.
Yeah, we kind of touched on it a little bit. So it wasn't.
But you can go onto this website. Anybody can go onto this website, younggloballeaders.org.
Really?
Yeah,
anybody
can. It's amazing. You can go under status. You can go over the years, some of the years, and then different sectors and regions across the world where they are. Because this is totally not like a top-down type of, global sort of control method. Let's go to, let me see. Let's go to this. And then let's do, since I assume most of us here are North America, right? North America.
We are USA.
Civil society.
All day.
North America.
USA.
America.
And there's all these individuals. Now, wait a minute. Is it civil society that I was looking at? Or public? No, it was public figure I was looking at. There he is.
Oh, Lord Almighty.
There's old butt gig right there.
Hell yes, we'll take your guns.
Good old Dan Crenshaw on there.
He was, but his name is no longer showing up. So, yeah. Oh, and look, here's the lieutenant governor of the state of Michigan.
There was a Tulsi Gabbard. I see a wild Tulsi.
Yep, a wild Tulsi. Yeah, right there.
A wild Tulsi.
God says, "Don't assume my continent." Prince of God, doesn't matter what your status is. You can actually click that link. You can come in if you're interested.
What? Those remember, landwalkers are incontinent.
Damn, that blows. But they don't.
Do you have a solid?
Chairman of the National Credit Union Administration. Oh, this guy here. This guy ran for prime ministership in Canada. Not that Trudeau's any better.
Hagmeet.
INF. There's IMF, Deputy Resident Representative for China, International Monetary Fund, IMF USA. Senior Counsel, Supreme Court of Canada.
Oh, that motherfucker.
Yeah. There's lots of different people if you look them up.
And what are all these people doing here, trying to talk to these young people? What do you think their agenda may be?
Well, their agenda is to create public-private partnership across the world.
And
isn't
what might
that
that
called
look like exactly?
a merger between the corporation and the state, I think there's a word for this.
No.
Yes, there is. Yes, between the corporation and the state, where yeah, the corporation is the state and the state is the corporation. I think you know what it is, guys. It starts with an F.
Fasci?
Yep.
No.
Call
Well,
Antifa.
those are communists. They're dumb.
But I thought they were here to bash the fash, guys. Come on.
Look,
Well,
capitalism.
no, they're still angry that the fascists kicked them out of Germany 100 years ago. Like, this is some kind of weird intra-Marxist grudge that the rest of us are just unfortunately drug into.
Fascism or capitalism without socialism is communism, and socialism without capitalism is fascism. Oh, wait, that was the other way
Anyway.
around. That was backwards. But
I
yeah,
was gonna say, wait a minute here. That didn't sound
yeah,
right.
that was backwards.
Can you say that again?
Yeah,
That does sound right, even
Social-
backwards. So both communism and fascism fall under collectivist authoritarianism. And fascism arose as a reformation on the original implementation of communism because they realized that this collective authoritarianism directly regulating commerce was just a failure. Like, that doesn't work. And so fascism took the perspective that actually, right, what we need still is this collective authoritarianism, but we need two changes. We need to focus on the nation state as the unit rather than this nebulous international communism. And we need to focus on the state regulating and controlling commerce rather than the state trying to directly mandate what to build the way, say, Russian communists did. And so actually China, during most of their reformations and quote unquote liberalization, were sort of switching from that Russian style communism that failed to German style fascism or that sort of perspective. And so there's a part of this collective authoritarianism cluster that is unlike the other kinds of government.
So I have a question.
So, well, hold on. Printer God says Tulsi can bash my fash, but it won't allow it to actually post because it's YouTube.
Oh my god. I said Pelosi stinks and it got held for review.
Oh man. It is an interesting concept though when you're talking about the fascism, right, and the communism and kind of that return. A lot of businesses have profit sharing, where if you're working there and the business does well, they'll share a percentage of the profits with the workers. What would be interesting is a system where when whoever the stakeholder was, or when the debts of the corporation, right, the founding costs are paid off, then at that point, any profits, right, that are made, that's after debts are paid and things like that, any profits that are made get split up and divvied evenly among everybody at the business. Everybody there is going to be busting their balls because if they don't work, they're not getting paid.
But this happens all the time, right? This is your average neighborhood landscaping business. It's some guy who gets a loan at the bank for like the startup capital of lawnmowers and a truck and like splits the profits with his buddies once they're making money and have paid off the loan. Like what you described is small business capitalism. And the problem, right, is the state has utterly destroyed that.
I mean, it's small business communism, right? Because once the properties or whatever's being used to do the work is actually, let's say the business shuts down, right, and everything gets sold off. Well, anything that was sold off, that should be divvied up and given to the people who were there.
So the difference with small business communism, right, is you're not just sitting it with buddies who like did work along with you and give everyone their fair share, busted their butt. You're also just paying Fred down the street who sat at home the whole time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And so, right, that's the defining difference, though. The difference between small business capitalism and small business communism is whether you have to give Fred a share. Like, that's the defining difference between the two.
Yeah, because it'd be interesting if there was something like that, but there was still kind of like a right to work state. So, like, if somebody's doing some shit, right, they can basically cut them out. Like if they're doing that kind of stuff.
Well, no. So the problem here, right, is the reason you can't cut someone like that is if they're investing in the company, you have to buy them out with prior. You still have to like pay them their share of setting up the company once you start making profits. And so that's what becomes more complicated in practice is once you start forming that partnership and that co-op, the effort they invested is worth something. They helped build that business. So when you fire them, you can't just throw them out. You have to like buy them out of their share of it.
But I'm saying not okay. So what I'm saying is there's not really shares in the business, so to speak. It would be like profit sharing. So they have a lot of that around here where if you're working for a company and the company does really well in a year, right? They'll take a portion of the profits and cut them up and give them to all the workers. What I'm saying that's just a stone's throw away from quote unquote communism, as far as like the
Well, no, it's
workers being
completely different, right? It's fundamentally different in that you're paying the workers who worked on that project a percentage of the outcome, reflecting the human capital they invested. That is different than communism, where you're just paying random people from their efforts. Like that's the fundamental difference, right? Whether or not you're paying who did nothing. And so what you're driving with profit sharing and like people getting a portion of profits for the laborers, but that is every small LLC across America. There are literally tens of millions of business operators. That is normal small business capitalism. The difference between that and communism is whether you take from those people and their successful business to give to Fred, who did nothing and just sat down in the street the whole time. Like that is the only difference. And so that's why places like Russia collapsed, is because it's not that the Russian. Well, it's not that they're worse than like the Americans at building things, right? They're all just people. It's that the Russian state punished those successful businesses by not letting them share those profits only with the people who had built that business. They took those profits and gave them out to everyone. And so that's where the communism breaks down. But that's fundamentally what communism is.
Well, that's socialism. No. Sorry, I'm thinking of like what kind of like Marx wrote out, right? As far as the workers owning.
There's plenty of God saying communism is
right.
Communism is unearned
So in that place,
distribution.
the capital itself would actually. So in that sense, right, everybody who works for a business would have a share of the capital.
Sure, but you have to distinguish Marx's criticism from Marx's solution. And so Marx's criticism was that like the people with capital have too much of it and it's concentrated in a few hands. And so what happens is their participation is necessary to get equipment for your business, and then they extract all the money. But that's a problem of wealth distribution. Saying that the solution is like whatever crazy communist thing is a completely different idea than saying that that's a problem. Like, yes, I agree that's a problem, but it's a problem that I would approach in a different way. Yeah. By making it easier to start small businesses and like encouraging small business capitalism while punishing the Amazons and Walmarts of the world, right?
Yeah, like for example, Amazon would be a really good situation where after, let's say there's a buffer for like expenditure costs and this and that and the other, right, to get into a cash flow situation or where you're not taking loans, right? But you have that buffer set up, and then you'd have like your actual capital and everything else. But at that point, because what happens, right, if a person's working for a company, the person works with the main argument here from capital is against capitalism, right? Is that the worker's working and they're not getting paid what they're actually worth, because their labor, if their labor was worth what it was worth, then the owner would not be making anything on it.
Right, but what you're describing is actually closer to like mercantilism or corporatism, which is what Marx is criticizing. It is not fundamental to capitalism, because there's the other situation where, say, like the building I'm in has a machine shop, right? And that's like a dozen guys and just their own startup capital between them from a loan they took out at a bank. And, over the decades, they bought new equipment with their profits. But like, that's just a business and people built and like split between them. There's not some deep exploitation in the, 12 guys who collectively own a mill in a building, right? And so that's what I'm saying. And what a lot of, I guess, capitalists argue is that the problem is not capitalism. The problem is actually these large corporations and the sort of fascist way that, say, Amazon and the state interact, right? The problem is that fascism and is that collectivist authoritarianism. And part of
Yeah.
the problem,
So,
right, is that
oh,
there's
go
been
ahead.
a language game of sort of trying to brand these large corporate state partnerships as capitalist, and that's just not true, right? It's much closer to what happens in China or Russia.
Hmm. So, what is an HOA? Like, this is
A
kind of where it
homeowners
boils down.
association.
Yes. All right. So think about it like this, right? You could argue that, like, let's say HOA, right, a homeowners association, people get together and say, yeah, we'll do this and do that so we can buy a park down the road. Well, they say, well, you can't sell this property now unless somebody else signs into it, right? So now they've effectively gained it, and they will have perpetual control until the end of time. So what really, when you get to those kind of contracts and the way they're worded and expressed, you end up forming many governments that are not technically sovereign over any peoples, but they're sovereign over the properties, and can remove people who are on that property. So at that point, they kind of really flirt with that capacity of government, which is very worrisome and bothersome. But that's kind of, I just lost my train of thought where I was going with that. But it's like,
It's all right. We don't need
people.
trains anyway. They produce CO2.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, so that's where I was going. The people go in because they want their assets to do better and be better and things like that. But when they leave, the rich people, or the how do I phrase this? Selfish interests come in, and they don't build
Country God
and
says I
do what they're
like
supposed to,
trains.
right? So that's where, like, kind of, I guess you could say, corruption comes in. But I mean, that happens on every level.
So whenever people talk about capitalism versus socialism versus communism and stuff like that, I don't like to describe my ideal economic structure as capitalism, because capitalism, is actually a term that was used to describe the free market that the United States used to have, and it was a negative connotations to capitalism. So I like to use
Yeah.
the terms like free market economy is what I'd like to see, opposed to like a capitalist or corporatist economy with like we have now, which is highly regulated and hard for everyone to get into. And one of my things that I think about, I think the easiest way to fix a lot of the issues, one of the easiest ways would be to, at least for a start, deregulate a lot of shit, because you have to have so many inspectors come in, you have to have so many. And I'm not saying that things shouldn't be safe and you shouldn't have inspectors, but I'm saying that there are certain gatekeepers to, like, let's say you want to open a hospital, right? You have to go talk to a board, and that board is run by the owners of the people, or the people who already own hospitals, and they determine whether or not there should be another hospital. So, and that's all regulation and shit. Like, people can't just go out and say, "Well, fuck you. I'm gonna go. I'm sorry. You want to be family friendly? F you. Uh, I'm gonna go start my own hospital over here with blackjack and ladies of the night, right?" But they can't, because they have
Okay,
to go
but
talk to they have to go talk to these people who already own hospitals, and they say, "Nah, we don't need any more hospitals. We're good. We're
Yeah.
ours are at capacity, and we like it that way, because if it's at capacity, it means that we're effective." And that's the thing, like with like hospitals, they want to be at capacity because they want to be able to use all their beds so that they can get all the money that they can out of it. And we can go into that on a different subject, but um, yeah, with regulations and stuff, you can't really start your own. You can start your own small businesses, you can start your own shops and stuff like that, but it's very tedious and difficult for people to do that. That's why a lot of people, I, there's a lot of places that you go and you see a lot of farmers markets and people like just setting up little vendor stands and stuff like that. And those are fine, but to actually open up your own businesses and expand and start
You
bringing
want
in,
low maintenance businesses where you don't have to do much, but it sustains itself.
Well, a lot of the small businesses tend to be family-run businesses. They're not like community businesses anymore.
Hmm.
You
Yeah,
know,
true, true.
because of the regulations, you can't be bigger than a certain amount without having to jump through certain hoops.
Hmm.
And it's possible. It is very possible because people do it all the time. But to say that you're going to catch up with, say you start a burger joint, right? To say that you're going to
Hmm.
catch up with Burger King or McDonald's is unfeasible.
Not
You know,
necessarily. Not necessarily. Um, that's the thing about like corporations and businesses and things, right? Uh, and this is a discussion we've had a long time ago. But it was about, I think I had it with Nerneth in Joe's Discord, but we were talking about what's what I'm looking for. The we were just talking mercantilism. Sorry, I'm sorry, family. I'm freaking tired. Anyway, go on with your point. I'll jump back in if I remember.
okay. Before I,
I'm
yeah,
tired. I
what you're
can't
saying
remember.
is
No,
yes, it
it's
is
fine.
possible for you to be in your area as successful as Burger King or McDonald's or whatever, but
That's what it was.
they have
Thank
those
you.
name brands, and if they wanted to say, I don't know, petition the government to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour, then they can eat
Monopolies
those
die.
losses. They can eat those profits. Well, not maybe not franchises as much as like large actual corporate stores and stuff like that,
Hmm.
but like they can more or less eat those profits or those losses
Well,
until they become the dominant.
see, that's the
Okay.
thing. Monopolies can never be monopolies forever, and that's the whole point, right? Because a monopoly, they cannot exist unless a government sanctions them and props them up. And this has happened multiple times throughout U.S. history. And let's say you go and you look at Standard Oil, right? Guy made really good money in standardized oil, and they were like, "Oh my God, look how big this guy is," right? But then what happened? The government came in and said, "You know what? There's this monopoly here. We're going to break it up." And when they broke it up, what they ended up doing was they diversified his assets and and diversified the liability. So if one part of the business went under, it didn't take the whole business with it, right? So they ended up actually the government on a unknowingly created a like basically an emergent business, right? A whole field, right? Instead of having it top down. Um, any businesses, any monopolies that have existed throughout U.S. history, if you look at them from the top down level, right, they would have failed within 20 years, right? Right now, um, these companies are really big, the big tech companies, things like that. I'd say, oh, it's usually between 20 and 25 years. So I'd say around 2030 or so, that's when all these big tech giants, Facebook, Google, YouTube, all those, they're all going to go under. And if not go under, they're going to have a hard time. Something's going to come up and throw a giant wrench in it. Because the telephone companies, what did they do? Right? They were trying to control who could and couldn't talk and do things like that, right? So the government came in and said, no, you're not going to do that. Well, guess what? Not too long after, internet shut that shit down, right? A lot of people don't have landlines. Also, the phone companies came around, right? So there's a whole lot of different stuff that you don't know what's going to happen in the future. And the more bloat your company gets, there are going to be inefficiencies that crop up. And in those inefficiencies are where competitors can come in and undercut your profits and really stick it to you.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Well,
any
yeah,
any monopolies that currently exist only exist because of the government. Because if you look at any past time where there were monopolies, they've fallen over, they've fallen under, they're
yeah.
done.
That also kind of goes for like large, no, not all large businesses, but certain large businesses. Like if you look at General Electrics and Oh, who else out there? Um, like some of the old VCR manufacturers and TV manufacturers that used to be like the top, like the creme de la
Look
creme.
at Second
Everybody
City,
wanted
man.
their stuff. And now, with the
Second City
exception of
was top
certain
notch,
government
bro.
contracts, with the exception of certain government contracts, it's like hard to find
Yeah,
anything, you know, made by some
yeah,
companies.
yeah.
So yeah, that does make sense. Yeah.
Sorry, America Shirt. I interjected and we went off on like a freaking 25, 40-minute offshoot.
Well, you know.
Well, you know, it's
That
okay.
happens.
Yeah, no.
That's the point.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
That's the point.
Hope you guys ready to go till 5. I'll be right back.
So,
We'll step out.
Depends on what time zone we're in.
Yeah.
Ni hao
So
Ann.
But I mean, I say we're talking for those who
What
would be
time is
watching. I was kind of
it?
scrolling through and highlighting some of the things. But I mean, yeah, there's Pete Buttigieg. Here's this lady, ambassador of Canada to the European Union, Global Affairs, ambassador of Saudi Arabia to the United States, Embassy of Saudi Arabia, USA. I mean, there's Tulsi Gabbard. There's this guy that we were looking at, right? The Lieutenant Governor of Michigan. There's that guy who ran for Prime Minister in Canada, Senior Counsel, Supreme Court of Canada. There's some lady, Deputy Representative for China, International Monetary Fund, the IMF.
Go figure.
Hey, China's very reputable. Okay, you can't listen. They're fine. It's good. They're good.
They're our friends.
They
That's
are.
what Joe Biden says.
A rising China raises all boats.
Just remember, we didn't pursue the lab leak hypothesis because we didn't want to upset international harmony.
Right.
Yeah. So this is under business. This is under business here. And there's all
Good
kinds of
question.
those.
How long till conspiracy theory is determined to be conspiracy fact?
Usually
What's the
not
time
very
frame?
long.
Well, how long until it's acknowledged? We'll put it that way.
Oh,
6 months.
Yeah. He's got a date. He's probably got that like marked on his calendar, like circled and highlighted and everything. Like this is the day.
I mean, what? It was 6 months ago.
Well, I
People
think
were
the
trying to tell
thing
us
is that it's
vaccine
already
passports
happened.
were a conspiracy.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now they have them in New York City.
I think it's becoming fact already. Like, more and more they're coming out with things they have to say are truthful. Like, the chicks had nothing to do with insurrection in any way, shape, or form. They just came out with that.
Well, yes, but no. They also arrested some of the peacekeepers and charged them with
Oath keepers,
sedition.
I think.
Oath keepers. I'm sorry. Yes, the oath keepers, and charged them with sedition. Which it's very.
Except
vicious.
Ray Epps.
But I was just gonna say
He
but they
wasn't.
left
He's not an
Ray
oath
Epps
keeper though.
alone.
He's just.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure he
a guy.
was.
Oh, Ray Epps,
was
part
he
of Oath Keepers?
Was he supposed to be part of the oath keepers?
No,
I did
don't
it.
think
I
he
did a
was.
segment on him.
I'm pretty
Go
sure.
back
Oh,
and
you did?
actually
Oh,
look at
yeah.
my other stuff or whatever. You'd be surprised what you actually come across.
Was he affiliated with them at all?
They say no.
I forget what you said. Yeah, I mean, because everything that I looked at with him, no, he wasn't affiliated with them at all. Like he was his own thing. He was out there doing that. He wasn't affiliated with any organization, as far as I recall. So, yeah.
They say
But
no.
anyways, but if you look at this is kind of interesting, right? You know,
Before we go too far, Susan, by the way, we're not doctors, we're not lawyers, we're not trying to actually, push anything or and Joe Biden is our president.
the most legitimate potato ever.
Most popular president ever.
Yeah.
So popular, he got 100% of the vote.
There you go. There you go.
I'm just asking questions, all right? I'm just here trying to ask some questions. That's all. Say theoretically.
Stop asking questions. Okay.
Can't ask questions.
But yeah,
Well, whenever they
but
come
yet
out with
you
a
can.
book in a couple of years saying if I had stolen an election, this is how I would have done it. I'm
Right.
just, you know.
Or
You can't steal elections, only
or-
fortify them.
Yeah,
God,
What?
are you
they
Hunter will
stupid?
write a
right,
book.
exactly, exactly.
Hunter will write a book that says, "This is how my dad,
it
quote unquote,
would have
would
fortified the
have
election.
done something if he could."
Well,
He
I,
sat
he
there
kind of
and
did in a way about a certain things that he did do, just not this in particular, but other things. It's called the laptop from hell,
Yeah.
or laptops from hell, plural. Anyway, anyways, anywho's.
Again, this is all just speculation. So
Oh, of
we're
course,
not saying anything, Susan. We're just
of course,
we're just guessing.
totally guessing. But this individual here, and there's several individuals from this particular name here, BlackRock,
Oh yeah.
that have two things in common. Apparently, the Forum of Young Global Leaders and the Biden administration, or former people that used to have this name over top of their heads, this title over top of their heads.
Sorry, I fact checked myself. It's Ray Epps was friends with the found Oath Keepers.
mm,
Yeah,
okay.
right. He wasn't an actual Oath Keeper. He was just friends with the people that were.
But with a super cuddly and soft name like BlackRock, there's no way that they're any kind of nefarious,
Doesn't
you
that
know.
just make you feel warm? Like black and rock. Like that's the most wholesome and warm thing you could possibly think of, right? Like
That's
black
why
rocks. It's not
that's why
cold and hard and dark. It's like,
that's why in the popular video game World of Warcraft, BlackRock Depths was a bastion of hope, right? Right? No? Maybe.
Maybe.
Bueller?
Bueller.
Or
Wow.
Chicka chicka.
What's next?
Oh yeah,
What
here
we got?
is Global Channel Chief for Amazon Web Services.
Mm.
There's that Sustainability Officer of Google for USA,
Mm-hmm.
co-founder and managing partner SFI USA, founder of Incandescent.
How many pages are there? 15?
Oh yeah, 15 whole pages.
There's
Head
a lot
of
of
design, Walmart. If anybody's ever been at a Walmart and they hate it, you can blame this. No, well, maybe. Anyway, allegedly. Global head, BlackRock, Alternative Solutions Chief Investment Officer, BlackRock USA. yeah, BlackRock. There you go.
I mean, you don't have to worry unless they're trying to do something like buy up all the houses and make it so that nobody can afford to buy any houses anymore. As long as they're not doing that, you should be fine, right?
Right. Or controlling the White House or whatever, partially. What is it, like a third of Biden's administration are former BlackRock people? If I'm not mistaken, it's like close to about like a third of them.
I'd have to look into it.
Chief Strategy Officer, Bright Star Capitals. It's all kinds of names and faces. Vice President, Strategy, Verizon Communications USA. There you go. There's that.
Verizon.
So very relevant
Lots
meme
of
in
fun
the
faces.
Koolfrogg disc memes.
Vice Chairman,
You
Forbes
threw a
Family
meme
Trust.
in meme Discord.
Hmm.
Yeah. Check that out if you want.
Co-founder, Chief Executive Officer, AppCard Inc. USA. Senior Vice President, Delivery, Uber Technologies USA.
Uber.
Yeah, Uber.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
there's Uber in the
stop
background. There.
scrolling. Stop scrolling. So here's the meme that he wanted to share.
Well,
So it says, "What's the difference between a conspiracy theory and the truth?"
These days, it's
About 3 months.
I had some spicy memes, and then I just remembered I changed my phone, so and I don't got them anymore.
And there's lots of Canadian people in here too. I don't really know any of the businesses from Canada, but there's lots of Canada popping up in this as well. Of course, we're dealing with North America, so obviously, but still, I mean, like it's both the United States and Canada. I have yet to look this up. That's an interesting title.
What's that?
Vaccinity has 2 X's. Interesting name.
How do you? I can't see your screen. It's too small for me. You want to spell
Oh, it's
that?
VAXXINITY. Founder of Avos.
Oh,
about
it's a
Comirnaty?
website says
you
that vaccines matter. It's
That's
seriously.
racist.
Again, Susan, we're not doctors. We're not saying anything. We're just, talking.
Consulting groups and things, Founder, president, Nike, Valiant Labs, Nike USA.
Anybody that's listening should go see their doctor and do what's best for them.
Global head, corporate development and capital markets, Uber Technologies.
Ah, another Uber, huh?
Another Uber. A managing director, I guess that's Chile, or Chile, or however that is pronounced. And then Merck & Co. Inc. Now that's pharmaceuticals.
Merck. Yes.
They have a pill.
So he works for Chili's and Merck?
Chili's. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure what that is. And I forgot to look that up too. But yeah, Merck. There's Merck there.
Yeah. So
Hi,
it says
welcome
that
to Kelly.
Vaccinity is a Dallas-based biotechnology company aimed at democratizing chronic disease treatments.
Democratizing.
You mean that's prioritizing?
It says democratizing.
So you
Yeah.
vote
We know what
whether
people
or
mean
not.
when they say democracy, though, right? I mean, that's
No, right?
No.
Nowadays, that's what it is. So
Let
then
me unpack this. Let me unpack this.
It
guy's
said
thing.
that it went public through NASDAQ back in November of 21.
Ah, so that's a new one.
newbie on the block.
A new company involved with the vaccines that's pushing what exactly? Never mind.
Yeah.
So what
Susan,
I'm
we're
hearing
not
is
doctors. We're not trying to tell anybody to do anything that they shouldn't do. They should actually go see their doctor and do what's best for them.
Yep.
I'm not saying
and by having the
nothing,
government,
I'm just saying.
just by having the government force treatments is perfectly okay.
Hey,
That's what
listen.
his goal is.
Big
Perfectly
Daddy
okay.
Biden
The
said
UN
they
says so.
paid
The
for
UN
it.
came out and said that if you send your kid to a public school, that the state has every right to do what they want to the kid. Apparently,
Yeah.
as far as
Are they
certain
fucking
treatments and other
Catholic?
different whatever.
Big Daddy Joe even
And the
said
UN
we're
just came out
paying
and
for
said,
it, so
"Hey,
we get to
this
do
isn't
what
a
we want.
violation of any rights whatsoever of the child or of any of the citizens of the United States, and of course their own sovereignty over themselves and their children, their offspring. There's no violation of anything. It's perfectly okay for the state as long as it's under state, as long as your school is underneath of federal state control. You can the state can just have the child do whatever, and it's just to be expected. It's
Didn't
just
quite a
totally
few
fine. So
I
the
don't
didn't
think
UN
quite
they're
a,
going to
says
get
it's
away
totally
with
fine.
not having a flag on this.
didn't quite a few
I mean, I
well,
didn't
okay,
say
so
what. I just said the UN said it was okay for stuff. So hey,
So real quick here, I kind of
as
took your
long as the
screen
Catholic,
down
or
for
as
a
long as the
second.
public schools aren't ran by Catholics, I think we'll be all right. Otherwise, to the wall.
those freaking Catholics.
Right. So I took his screen down for a second to put the Dallas Morning News up. It actually has this article on it. So this is the company formed earlier this year as the combination of Dublin, Ireland-based Kovacs and Dallas-based United Neuroscience is using synthetic peptides molecules that can mimic proteins to create therapies for diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and high cholesterol. Quote, our
Really?
That
platform is
is
designed
exactly
to
your video,
harness
bro.
the immune system to convert the body into its own natural drug factory, stimulating the production of antibodies.
Oh
So
God,
it's
this
so
thing sounds great, and by that I mean
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Uh-huh.
what is it? The
holy hell!
I mean, don't you have a video on this? On that
It was
exact
taken
technology?
down and it's sitting over in Odyssey.
No. I'm talking to shirts.
Oh,
Didn't I download a video that you made to chop up and re-upload? Right? That talked about this exact thing. Because he's talking about the coating that allows to hide from immune systems, so that it forces your body to make the stuff, right? And so, I mean, that's exactly what was covered. It's kind of
I do
interesting.
have a Rumble channel, by the way. Anybody wants to go over there
Yeah,
and take a look at my
his Rumble channel's actually
my
in the
video that I
description.
compiled together of various things that have taken place. You can go and check that out. A lot of those things are so truthful and so based. Uh, it's not
What
YouTube
is
friendly at all.
based as his t-shirts.
It is as based as my t-shirts. It is.
Like I
2 or
said,
3
I
years
added
ago, I
that
wouldn't
link
believe
Some
a
Gil
damn
down
thing,
Bates
but every one of
involved
it's
too.
coming
for
true.
you.
It's crazy. It's crazy. You should watch it.
Yeah, it's an interesting. Just a few. I watched it. I thought it was very interesting.
It is
Um,
worth the 27 minutes that I put into it. Well, I was just
it
kidding. I didn't
doesn't
put
even seem like it's
but it was
27
more than that.
minutes
But
because it's so
it's worth it.
informational that you just kind of be like, oh wow, 27 minutes
Mm-hmm.
just flies
Mm-hmm.
by.
It's like my shirts. It's like a walk. You can turn yourself into a walking truth bomb. I just walk up to someone and just blow their mind to smithereens and
It's
make
like
the
it's
make
like going back.
lefty
Metaphorically
minds
speaking,
melt.
of course.
It's like going back to like the 1600s when they were getting ready to put Copernicus on the freaking stake. You go back in time and you're like, hey, but here's these books and here's this and that, and look, these are actual pictures and this is that, right? It's that eye opening, just massive paradigm. Check it out.
The Taiwan FDA rejected their application, however, so the company reevaluated it and developed a different plan for moving forward. Um,
Up.
this lady who, in an interview with Fortune, said that put this company in good position for a particular disease becomes an endemic problem. So, I mean,
So
they
when is the
totally.
U.S. and when is the
You
U.S.
mean
and China going to work together to invade Taiwan for not buying and
They
bending the knee?
won't. The USA has no interest in actually joining in with anybody to take care of or to help Taiwan. They don't
Take
care
care.
about Taiwan.
I'm not
They don't-
saying help. I'm not saying care of. Yes, I'm not talking help. I'm
Listen,
Oh,
what
talking
you're
you
to
saying
you
want-
as
right
in
now,
China going.
He is talking. Take care.
China's going to take it over no matter what, and that's
What you're
why the
saying right
USA has
now-
Go hand in
no
hand.
clue. No,
it's very dangerous to our democracy, okay? Because it's not Taiwan, it's the island.
No, don't
China.
even.
We are sorry, China. How do you say that? Hold on, let me look up that.
We are sorry, China.
Let me look up
for
that
using
John Cena
your-
video and just play that for you guys.
Racist.
We're gonna go all John
We
Cena and like do
apologize.
Mandarin and like
It's
you know
very
Yeah.
wrong with your reasoning.
something very wrong. Something wrong.
Leave
Holy
them alone. Leave them alone.
I wish I had a soundboard.
Okay.
I'd play that. Don't trust China. China is asshole.
don't trust China. China is asshole. That's the greatest crap ever. It's so fantastic. Poor Hong Kong.
I'll be
people.
back.
So
God
being
help
that
these
I
people.
have 6 people in here and I have 4 likes, there's a couple people that just didn't like the video that they're in.
Oh no, it's awful. I'm in it.
I know there's a couple people that aren't in here that have the tendency to actually go and click that like button for me. So it means there's more than 4 of you possibly.
Here's Global Head City Private Bank City USA.
Ooh, Citibank. Can I
Just
do a-
helps the algorithm out. That's all it does.
Can I do a South Park skit?
Global Sustainability Director Dow USA.
And what's your message to? Have you seen Donald Trump? Do you think he should step in? Don't trust China. China is asshole.
Fantastic.
Oh God! I knew it was what I knew. That's what it was. I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna let that go.
Exactly. I was about to do a South Park shitty city. I was gonna say shitty bank. Watch out for shitty bank. Shitty bank. Welcome to shitty bank.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, you damn monkey, stop breaking my shitty wall.
Hey, walls don't work.
There's Grimspar spot. Oh shit.
Global Sustainability Director, Dow USA. Vice President, Mobile and Global Access Policy, Meta USA. Now, again, you do know what Meta is, right?
Yeah,
That's-
it's the current. That's what it means, right?
No, that's Facebook now. Facebook is now
Yes.
Meta.
Yes.
The metaverse.
So
the
glad
board
that I shut
has
my
been
Facebook account down back on the 1st of December.
Mark
I thought-
Zuckerberg has created the board.
Screw Mark Zuckerberg.
I thought the meta was linear fusion rifles this season, but I could be wrong.
Credit sussing. Managing
It's-
director.
it's Grim.
Credit sussy.
And that's what-
sussy.
Or no. How do you say that? Suze? Or whatever?
Swiss.
Is it like, I don't know, what is it, like French or something? I don't know. Anyway, there you go. There's a
Grim's definition of meta: most effect tactics available.
SoftBank.
For a while, people were trying to say.
Oh, and here's another McKinsey and Company USA.
people
There's
were
been,
trying
I
to
think,
say,
3 of those.
Make everything
McKinsey and
Trump again.
Company. What do you think McKinsey and Company has to do with anything?
I'm pretty in the dark about
Is
that
it
company.
McKenzie? MacKenzie.
No, not McKinsey. It's McKinsey, like MC.
Just MC. Okay.
Sensualin
Oh, these little Hitlers.
USA. Founder, Chief Executive Officer.
Executive. Hold on. Scroll up real quick. What does that say? Executive Director, Center for Space Policies and Strategy, the Aerospace Corporation, USA.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
That's an interesting title.
it is indeed. Aerospace Corporation.
Nice beard. Let's keep scrolling.
Yeah, that's all we have to say about that. It's a
Okay,
nice beard. It's
stop
nice.
scrolling for a second. We're gonna share this screen
Swipe
real
left.
fast. So then here's the McKinsey and Company. Author talks how to conquer fear, prepare for death, and embrace your power.
Ooh.
Social justice, racial equity, and path forward. For latest McKinsey crossword.
Oh gosh.
McKinsey top executive wants to change how the firm operates.
Well,
Wall Street Journal. How do you move from proving yourself to improving yourself? What's Grimsbar have to say here? He says something about thanks, Big Pharma, taking out the last good thing men have going for them. Yeah, something about smoke pipe.
let's say circuitous women.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are committed to sustainable and inclusive growth.
Inclusive. There's that word. Keyword.
Mhm.
Well, there is like a global credit score thing now where you have to have
Yes, I was about to say that. The
diversity.
ESG score.
That's it.
ESG, environmental, social, governmental score.
So,
That is a
you know,
thing that
that's
does
that.
exist now. That's a thing that is associated with the World Economic Forum, as well as all of these big, huge, investment firms and like
Why do I have to
corporations and all
prove
the rest.
myself? Why can't I just improve myself?
Well, that's what I'm going back to, like with the whole regulations and everything. If you make enough regulations, it stomps out all competition, and then you can rule the fucking world, right? If you have regulations,
It's
you
the
have
same
to
thing as
have this
it's
many.
crony capitalism. It's like it's cronyism. It's authoritarianism. It's ridiculous. Like the left doesn't realize when they push these policies, they're just shooting themselves in the foot because they're listening to
Yes,
lobbyists
I
because
had a
every
guy.
freaking time they
every
say
freaking
tax the
time.
rich, they mean the person that's making $140,000 a year. That's where they're
Yeah,
getting all of it from. All these big people, they don't give a damn. They're not paying this crap. They'll like put their investments someplace else, or they're put their manufacturing someplace else, or whatever. They're it's never about what they say. Never about what they say on the
I had
left
a guy
and
who
the
told me
Democrats.
there's no such thing as leftist authoritarianism. That's an oxymoron.
No, tell this dumbass there's no such thing as liberal authoritarianism, and liberal
Yeah,
and authoritarian are opposites. But you can have left and right positions that are both authoritarian.
Yes, truly the word liberal in its true sense. If most people that call themselves that in today's America are lying to themselves,
Yeah, they don't use
thinking
it
that
like
they
that.
support something that is liberal.
yeah.
Indeed, it is not. So, Managing Director, Global Capital Advisory, GE, Energy Financial Services, and of course, GE is General Electric.
Hmm. Hold on, wait. Does that say
Is a
GE
capital
Energy,
advisory what
General Electric Energy?
Yeah, Energy Financial Services,
is like a
USA.
capital advisory a warning that the communists give out?
It's incoming.
Incoming.
I gotta
There's
figure out how to
advertising.
set up my voice mod part, for things that happen like that.
You got to get a soundboard, man.
Well, there is a soundboard in here. That's the thing.
Merrill Private Wealth Management. And there's all kinds of these different places. Places it's like I haven't even heard of these people before, but there they are. Global Head Sustainability and Inclusive Growth. Global Head Sovereign Business. Goldman Sachs and Co. LLC USA.
Is it Goldman Sachs, Hillary Clinton's old alma mater?
Maybe. Chief Operating Officer, North America, Barrick Gold
You know,
Corporation.
Goldman Sachs.
More like Goldman sucks.
Speaking of Goldman Sachs, how about Jack Murphy?
Oh,
Oh,
his real last name's
oh
Goldman.
no.
is that where it comes from?
They're all
I could-
cucks.
I
It
could
makes sense. Holy shit!
It makes sense.
I could listen.
It's
So
like
world is
all of the
cyclical indeed.
pieces they come together
Real
finally
quick.
at the end.
I could respect him if he would come out and say, like, you know, oh, it happened a long time ago. You know, I was working for this company. You know, like actually address the issue. Instead, he just attacks people, saying these people are threatening my life.
No, yeah, we actually had
He
this
did say it was a
conversation
long
last
time
night.
ago.
We said if he would have just stood up and he just said, "Yeah, I know, I did something stupid a long time ago," instead of
say
standing
that.
up saying "F you" and storming out the room.
And
It
by a
would have
long
been a
time ago, it was like
totally
2 weeks
different-
ago.
Should have
Yeah,
just came out of
Remember.
like, I was
I mean, like, as
That was a
he's
long
writing
time
his
ago.
book about deplorable Democrat to deplorable, and as he's setting everything up, he's literally putting up porno on like
Mhm.
gay porn and like other crappy, like I mean, insane stuff.
Yeah. He likes to make out with bird feeders.
So, have you guys? Different topic, real
Look it up
quick.
on
Have you
Urban
guys?
Dictionary.
Did you guys know that Falling in Reverse came out with a new song, Zombies or Zombie? It's actually really good. It's about cancel culture, and it's pretty good.
Who is this by?
Falling in Reverse.
It's too bad
It's,
we can't play any music on this.
We can't play music on this platform or really any platform, I don't think.
Or,
But
else.
Ganiliaf?
just a shout out to Falling in Reverse and their song Zombie. It's a good one. It's a good one.
It's about the NPCs.
Cue it up.
Oh man,
For
More or
after.
less,
make
it's
a
about
meme.
people
More or less, yeah.
becoming zombified.
NPC,
Yeah.
yeah, you know me, and it's just a whole bunch of NPCs out there. Like it's
Yeah.
all just like left.
Half these look like headshots for Hollywood. Like, what's going on here? Oh, hold on. Who's that superstar right there? Hold on, scroll down a little bit. I need to read his name. Shazad Rokuria?
Rokira or whatever.
Rokuria.
Interlink
superstar.
Group USA. Chairman.
Yeah.
Interlink sounds like another cook.
Oh my god.
I like to interlink my wife with other dudes.
That is a very. So I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna poke fun at the photos. Okay, that photo right there on the right, bottom right now. That is a very, very close up. It is very uncomfortably close photo. You should take it back. Take it back a little.
Oh yeah, yeah. And look, see, there's Meta International Institutions Manager, Meta
Oh,
USA.
She just used her Facebook photo and cropped out her.
It's
her
probably
friends.
like,
She cropped out her second chin, bro. Let's be honest.
No, come on.
She cropped
Hey.
out the. Look how skinny all these people are. She wanted to just. She had to compete, so she had to cut that chin out.
Listen, you can't fat shame. Okay, beautiful at any weight. Okay.
So, though you can't play music, you
She
can
is-
actually
she's a
go
very-
and look up the lyrics and you can share the lyrics. That's the fun one. So, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
No, she wouldn't be mad, Josie, or guys, whoever. Damn it.
I don't. I am already off the topic. I lost. What were we talking about?
We're talking about
Double
fat
chins.
ladies. Double chin. Look, don't be. Look, she's happy with her life. Okay, she carries her. She always has two chins up.
She keeps a stiff upper aorta.
Oh god.
okay, so hold on. 'Cause he brought up Zombified.
Look,
So,
it turns out
they're
that's
pumping
actually like
us
a
with lies like it's formaldehyde. They're dead inside. It goes on and on. Let this go. When it stops, we'll never know. We're hypnotized, and they won't stop till you're zombified.
Hmm.
But better shut your
Alex
mouth and bite your
Emirates
tongue
Jones was
because you
right.
don't want to
Just like
piss
them.
off anyone. We're traumatized by the damage done. Welcome to America.
Son.
Because everybody's talking. Oh no, they'll never let go of something they said 10 years ago. They're canceling you, and they won't stop till everybody's zombified.
Yeah.
They're
It's
10 years
pumping
ago.
us
What was
with
being said
lies
10
like
years
it's
ago?
formaldehyde. And then they go back through that. So then the breakdown go. They're feeding
What,
off
10
the
years ago?
broken mind. They don't die, or they won't die. They multiply. We've become so effing blind, they won't stop till you're zombified. Pick it up. Oh. And then they
The
go back
music
to
video is pretty
chorus.
funny as well because there's a zombie that has a "fuck Ronnie" shirt, and he
I
shoots him
clicked
right
on
in
it
the
for a
head.
few seconds. It's got a sweet beat. So
Yeah, it's pretty
F
good.
who?
should actually anybody that's interested should actually go check that out, and it's pretty interesting.
The lead singer's name is Ronnie, and there was a zombie that was wearing a shirt that said "F Ronnie."
Hmm.
So it was
Wasn't
So
it
kind of
speaking of
funny.
10 years ago, wasn't it 10 years ago that Hillary Clinton said that marriage was a sacred bond between a man and a woman?
No, that never happened. Shut up.
No,
Mhm.
she never.
Yeah, it's
She
crazy.
said
She
that.
loves the
I got
give.
receipts, bro. I got receipts.
I know.
Is it bright in here? Let me just turn these
Don't
lamps
say
down
that
a little
about
bit.
Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton. You love Hillary Clinton. You love her, right? Right? We
Yeah,
all
it's
love Hillary. We have nothing on Hillary at all. Nothing,
yes.
right? Right?
Hillary Hinton is perfectly normal. Sorry, I'm dyslexic.
Yes.
Hillary Clinton.
Yes,
Oh my god!
exactly. I have the same issue. It just always comes up when I talk about her. But I'm telling you, we all love this
The
woman so
woman,
much.
literally nothing about, by the way. I don't know
Yes.
a damn thing about Hillary Clinton, just
Not
to be
anything.
very clear.
So a friend of mine in high school, he actually wore this shirt, and no one caught it, but I looked at it, I loved it. It had a picture of an eye, and then it had a heart, and then it had Hillary Clinton's face, a tree, and then a music symbol, and it reads, "I love country music."
Oh,
That's so good.
But nobody knew he was wearing it around
Yeah,
school.
we
That's
were just
fucking
like, "That's a weird
hilarious.
shirt."
Let me think about the O.
Damn,
Isn't
that
country
is
supposed to be spelled with an
choice.
O? Um.
Not
So
anymore.
speaking of sick lines, didn't you write one earlier?
Oh,
We're not gonna get
Jesus.
into that.
Say it. He wrote us some sick lines
We're
earlier.
all waiting
Some
for it.
sick beats. Who wrote it? Me?
Oh,
Him?
no.
What?
The oh my, you won't believe this, our Lord Jesus, Yeetus that feet is so hard. It's in Yiddish.
You're speaking Yiddish.
While Norman Reedus eats some Fritas.
And Lord Fauci, please keep us.
Amen. The droplets. Save us
And
I
from the
had an
droplets.
article I
yes,
want to,
save us
if
from
I
the
could.
droplets.
droplets.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
And a woman.
Oh yes.
I was just saying I had an article I wanted to bring up. There was a tsunami that impacted the West Coast today.
I saw a thing last night where people were talking about it. They're like, no, that's conspiracy theory. It happens all the time with the earthquakes over there, and it doesn't subduct, and blah, 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 blah. I saw that yesterday. And you're saying it happened today?
Okay, there was a volcano that erupted.
Wow.
It was 8 hours that this article was posted here.
That's nuts.
So
I was getting like conspiracy theory stuff saying that's stupid, just like yesterday morning.
I mean, it happens all the time, but yeah, we got warnings out here about
Really?
whatever. Don't go lick the ocean at the moment. Yeah.
Jimmy, I know you're on your phone. Did you drop that in general or something?
Well, at least they didn't nuke the
I'm
moon
not.
yet.
I'm trying to find the proper article that I could just read off of here.
If they nuked the dark side of the moon, how would you ever know?
There was a video
I
that
had it, and then it
showed.
dropped off.
Oh,
Wait,
'cause
didn't they
aliens
like
attacked.
blow a bomb on the moon just to see what would happen? Not a nuke, but they just wanted to like watch the moon vibrate.
No, they crashed.
Yeah, they
They-
slammed a spacecraft into it. And
Okay,
that
that's what it was
rang.
then.
They did it twice.
Yeah.
I think the first time was to listen for vibrations, and the second time was to search for signs of water on the moon.
Yeah, and it turns out it rang forever like a bell, so it's actually hollow, and that's where the Anunnaki live.
Listen, all I'm
Oh,
gonna
God
say
damn.
is the cube of Saturn is a very weird thing. If you look into the conspiracy theory of the cube of Saturn, you can get down this whole rabbit hole about cubes and pop culture and Satanism and all that other stuff, and it's really interesting. Now, I don't know if it's true because honestly,
You're kind of going off
I
the
have
deep
the
end.
article in front of me. I can read off
in
from it.
retrograde right now.
Well, we had the whole Alex Jones rant last night, and this is going off the deep end.
all the clockwork elves
Destroy the child.
destroy the child.
I mean, to be fair,
What's
they did
that,
crash
little-
computer where I started talking about the elves, so
Have you guys seen there's
That's
this
true,
there's
straight
this
up.
guy in Ireland, right? And he has like this freaking garden or whatever, like out in the middle of the woods, and he has this whole channel, and it's all about. He talks about elves and the little sprites and shit like that, and he's out there like trying to catch them on camera, and every now and then he'll like get a picture of one, and the whole thing's just ridiculous.
I have not.
being a-
See, I've not seen that.
Dude, yes, let me find it. Let me find this guy.
Okay, while you're doing that, let me talk about this tsunami because it's pretty crazy. So the waves hitting the west coast. Apparently, a grab was taken from Japan's Himo satellite and released by the National Institute of Information Communications, Japan, on February 15th, 2022. It shows the volcanic eruption provoked a tsunami in Tonga. The eruption was so intense that it was heard as a loud, thunderous sound in Fiji more than 500 miles away.
Wow.
some guy on the Seattle subreddit picked it up on his weather station as like the pressure change.
Did it
Holy crap!
did it impact yet?
Yeah, the waves have hit. It there was some flooding in let's see, Santa Cruz. It looks like it's about up to like I see a utility truck in one of these pictures, and it's about up to like the door handle on the truck.
Okay, but not like day after
So
tomorrow
it's pretty.
level of tsunami.
No, not that crazy,
Okay.
but definitely some flooding going on over there. So
Well,
go
if
Got it.
check that
everyone's
art.
okay.
Go check the article out. It was posted too. There's some crazy pictures.
Well, if we're done,
Apparently,
with
it's still
this,
under an
we could do that, I
advisory
guess.
right now on the West Coast.
Are we done? Are we? What's
Yeah,
going
we're
on?
done fetch. Are we done with this? Do you think?
Are we done with
Or-
Crinkle Chin over
Well,
there? Or what are we
let's
doing?
speed run the next 3
Okay.
pages and see what we got.
Yeah, but this is planetary computer program, Microsoft. Where's that?
Planetary computer.
Did
Oh,
you say
look.
Pringles
BlackRock.
Chin?
I said Crinkle Chin.
Oh, look at that there. Anyway. Head of all AI labs, BlackRock USA.
Head
AI.
of all-
Ooh, nice. Who's that guy that looks like it's a mugshot? What is that?
You know what? I don't want to hear about
Yeah.
any more of these
Second
AI
home.
Second Home USA.
There's a lot of AI people here too,
Silva.
by the way.
What about AI head labs? That's what I'm waiting for. That'd be so meta.
I'm waiting for in robotics.
No?
President, MasterCard Center for Inclusive Growth, MasterCard USA.
There's another AI right there, just to the left of that.
Oh, to where?
Just to the left of one you just read, Mastercard. That's AI as well, or is nope? Never mind. I read that wrong. I didn't see the dot. Okay, that's just
Hold on 1 second. What was that name? Movie Full Metal Jacket? Who was the guy that freaking
Gomer Pyle.
hold on. I'm going to
Are you talking
send
about
you a-
Tiny Eyes
I
in the
don't
middle?
like. From now on, your name is Gomer Pyle.
all
That
right.
dude is
all right.
the real life version of when Peter Griffin takes off his glasses and he's got those tiny eyes.
Oh God.
Anyway,
Oh man. Hold on, give me 1 second
he's
before we
probably
push
some
forward.
big guy that could have me unalived without anybody knowing. What is this? Starmback Global Advisors.
Founder.
Yeah, he could probably have me unalived without anybody knowing. All right.
There it is. It's in chat. It's in private chat. When he's sitting on the toilet
What do you got? What do you got?
with the freaking gun next to him, bring that up, and then show that other guy who's in the middle on the bottom. Tell me that ain't the same motherfucker.
Koolfrogg has to bring that out.
Yeah.
There's music that's being played all the way through the whole clip.
Oh really?
Yep.
Wait,
Well, can
the
you
first
mute it?
video? The first clip or the second one?
Then you wouldn't hear what they're actually saying.
Well, I
Well,
think
he's-
it
we're
is wanted
taking
to
a
see the
face
picture.
comparison. Yeah, it's a picture. They're trying to compare the face between the guy in the middle. Strombach.
Oh, it's not the Ghislaine one.
No, it's not that.
Okay, hold on. Let me see what I can do here.
What?
Let's mute this.
Ghislaine in the UN? That's not a thing. What?
There we go. Here.
Oh no,
This link's probably
This
better.
guy?
I was talking video that Grim showed me.
Here, try this one. No, that's not that at all. That's an ad, bro.
What is that?
I don't know.
This is the way you sent me.
That's
try the-
not.
That's not what I'm talking about. Try this. Try the.
It's Baby Yoda. This is Baby Yoda.
Yeah, that's not right. Try the other link.
Okay. Well, okay. Now you sent me
Well,
three things.
Must Star Wars.
The very bottom one. Pinterest one.
Okay. Oh my lord.
Tell
That's a good
me
picture.
that
Of
ain't
him.
him. Yeah,
That's a good picture of him.
Just with glasses.
Yeah. Go back to the other guy. You'll see it. Can't unsee it.
Stupid Pinterest.
No.
That which has been seen
Lock
may
and
never
load.
be unseen.
Mr. Strumbach is forever going to be seen in a different light.
Well, when we all disappear,
Oh,
we'll
I
know
read
why.
that, Mr. Stormback.
All right,
What's
next
that, Dad?
slide. I said when we all disappear, we'll know why.
Yeah, right.
What is
Can you scroll shirts?
To where?
Okay.
Here?
What the hell is wrong with her eyes? They're way too spaced apart. The middle one.
Oh, dude, bro. Watch this. Watch this. Hold on.
What the hell? She just built different.
Okay, so that guy is a former professional hockey player. Sure. In 1997, he
This
founded
guy,
a web group.
Richard Stromberg.
Sure.
Yup. He founded a web group in 1997. And yeah, apparently he's a former
All right,
professional hockey player.
I dropped you a link. That'll be safe. It's fine.
He was probably the Zamboni. All right, next page. What do we got?
Hold on, don't go back. Don't go back yet. Go up.
come
Go up.
on.
And play that video.
We got to keep rolling.
You know, you can
rolling,
share
rolling
that.
on.
He's the guy that pours the water, the cement to
Can I?
make the ice.
You can share screens. Just
But
as
then
much
you'll
as
see
Yeah,
all
I
his
can.
porn.
Oh.
You
His
got too much
porn.
porn on the background.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Chicka chicka.
Volume's off, but
I think we get the picture.
right.
I used to be the eye wrangler. I remember
For Uma
that.
Thurman.
Yeah, Peter was the eye wrangler
Yeah.
for what?
Yeah. So I have myself muted. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah,
Back
dude.
when it was funny.
Yeah, there you go. There's that. And there's
So
the professional hockey player there. That's because that face screams athleticism. Anyway. Oh, look at this.
Listen, he's retarded. Okay? He's retarded now.
I just screamed athleticism.
Oh God, no, wait. What was that? Hold on. Now I need to look up something.
Oh no.
All right, go for it. Go for it. Oh man. I'm so dead.
Oh, what was it from Role Models where that guy just goes, "It's not nice to say retarded." It's
Oh, with that hard R.
Oh.
Yeah, you're dropping that hard R.
What's the
Yeah,
name of that
watch-
Peckerwood
watch-
boy
watch
that
the
worked the
verbiage.
glass?
I don't know who this guy is that just come in here. He just attacked our stream, man.
Our channel's under attack.
Yes,
Subscribe.
I didn't use to describe a person. I
Guys,
just
that
said it's
channel's
not
under
nice to say it. For all you know, I could be
What?
talking about slowed down technical term.
Are we going to
And
start
literally
talking
what it
about bundle sticks? Like, what is happening?
Yeah, smoking cigarettes in
burden?
England. Yeah.
Is it a burden?
Well,
a
now
bundle of sticks?
Fauci would know all about bundles of sticks, wouldn't he?
Wait,
Listen,
that would mean
I was just in the bathhouses because I needed some empirical evidence on how it spread. Okay?
Well, I wanted
And
to
it's
see if
red
they
real
still
nice.
remembered what I did back in the
Guys.
Billy.
I just had an epiphany.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Fascists are a literal bundle of sticks. They're literally facts. Oh my god.
Mind blown.
And it's the fascists that like to think that other people are the fascists. So
Anybody
You
got-
should definitely turn that in as a paper and title it exactly that. Fascism is blank.
Fascism is hypocrisy.
Wait, does this mean we
by
could go around? Does this mean that we could literally start calling the LGBTQAALMNOP community fascists
1, 2, 3s.
in literal
Batman
terms?
symbol.
I'm a dragon.
I'm a dragon these nuts.
Oh, hold on, guys. I got to step away.
I'm a frog, but I like to be known that I'm a dragon.
Oh, you identify as a dragon.
Identify
You
as
were
a
born
dragon.
a frog, but you identify as a dragon, of course. So here's the chief executive officer of Venmo USA, poor Joe Neerman.
Wait, was that Kamala?
Was that who?
Is that
Where?
Kamala? Scroll all the way up to the very top.
No,
That is her.
Oh,
That is her. I'd know those
Oh.
teeth anywhere.
that is not.
oh,
That is absolutely not.
oh.
I could spot those teeth from a mile away. That is definitely her.
You could, but that's not her.
You would be mistaken, my friend.
Flex jaw, circle of epibone. I don't even know what that is. But are all just all these different, corporation people.
Man, that
President, founder, founding.
That guy has some major bald cope going on. He's coping so hard he crops the top of his head.
oh, this guy here. Oh, yeah. Founder, chief executive of Ricardo.
They seem to be about. They say to be about equity and inclusion. Yet I don't see very many, pipe layers or garbage men or
Nah.
union reps on
Well,
here.
now this is underneath of business category. So these are all business people in the business world.
But wasn't the one guy an athlete?
He was until
In
he
a
started his
former
own.
life.
Yeah.
In another world.
Oh my
another
God! Look
time.
at that. What is that hair? Scroll down a little bit on the right. Woo!
Hey, yeah.
So now we're,
Oh, you
well,
mean
we're
over
gonna
here?
we're gonna play a game. We're gonna play a game. It's called
The other
Assume
right.
Its Gender. Is it a male or is it a female?
Oh God.
That's the
Is that
situation.
Peter Thiel?
What's his name?
I don't know what her name is.
Peter A. Thiel, yeah.
Oh, it is Peter Thiel.
Partner.
Well, looky,
Founders
looky.
Fund USA.
Who's Peter Thiel?
Oh, jeez, what the heck?
He is mixed up in a lot of the tech investing stuff. I can't remember if he's with which one exactly was it? I want to back check myself before I say this.
Co-founder of PayPal.
Yeah, and then he did. Yeah, Palantir was the one I was thinking of. He currently sells spyware to the government.
Ah, yes, that's it. That's it. I was trying to remember. Yeah.
Oh, so we shouldn't say anything bad about this person. You are wonderful.
I mean, hi, Peter.
Beautiful nose, by the way.
He's
That's a
just-
cute.
Peter, how's it going, buddy?
He's just
Yes,
staring.
wonderful.
He's staring really hard at that.
He's
extremely
looking straight past the
pixelated.
blonde.
She,
I mean,
that is-
him-
That is
Past the
extremely
brunette,
pixelated.
straight at the blonde. He's looking
You're-
around her eyes. Just like, hey, I'm looking around you. Hey, how's that blonde?
I appreciate that even in a 2D photograph, he's managed to convey that, despite not taking it with either of the other people involved. It really suits him.
And she is the Deputy Chief Technology Officer, Microsoft USA. So another Microsoft individual.
Better Microsoft than Micro Hard.
Oh, my. Oh.
Just
Okay,
leave
let's
the
stop
loser
talking
for
about
it,
Bill
okay?
Gates here and move back with the list.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
But here is, oh, look. The Vice
But
President.
I hate Apple
of-
products. I
Oh,
like
look.
Microsoft.
Pfizer.
Pfizer.
Pfizer,
Brought
yeah.
to you by Pfizer.
This is
Brought to you by
brought to you
Pfizer. Brought to you by
Again,
Pfizer.
Not
Susan, we're
your-
not doctors. We're not trying to tell anybody to do anything or how to do it, whatever. You should actually go see your doctor and do what's best for you.
you talking about? Pfizer's a great company. It's not like they've paid a
And next
multi-billion-dollar
time, wait for
lawsuit
2 hours.
for false claims. It's
There
not
you
like
go.
they paid the biggest criminal fine in U.S. history.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Global lead sustainable shopping. Amazon.
Sorry, guys. A
Amazon.
couple of
That guy's beard
drunkards
is
walked
way
into my room.
too high.
That Peter
Holy
Thiel,
shit.
that guy, holy man, he really had his foot in just about everything.
Anyone else think that guy's a fucking werewolf? And he just
Oh,
shaved the
the
front of his
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit, Donnie! It's a damn Sam Squinch.
Yeah,
Co-founder and chief executive officer.
Oh my
Greenlit
God.
Biosciences.
It's the Zuck.
It is.
It's the Zuck.
It's the Borg. It's the head of the Borg.
And
And
he's
look,
the
see,
last
Meta.
person on the list.
Meta. Again, the world you can look for makes sure that every time, this company name changes, and by every time I mean this one time.
Who's the young lady in the
There it
center?
is.
her name's Luz Tudong.
Fusion Fund, managing partner, founding and managing partner.
What's her
Fusion
name?
Fun sounds so familiar.
Jing Lee?
No,
Zhang
Lu.
Lu.
You.
Lou? Okay.
Yeah, Lodo. I know.
Sounds like a
Well,
Street
the
Fighter.
screen's really small for me, so I can't really see it.
Is that,
Oh,
is
It's
that
over in-
what- that's what she said, huh?
it's seriously. I got the.
Oh.
I got more going on. than
Hey,
you
guys.
do.
Oh, don't say.
Jimmy's over there dying. I didn't catch the tiny dick joke.
So Zhang Lu sounds like a
Do it.
Mortal
Say it.
Kombat character.
My brother is here, and he's a bit drunk, and he says he's a moderate and would like to talk.
Moderate.
Oh,
Well, he's sitting
A
next
normie,
to
as
you,
we
and as
say.
long as he
Oh,
wants to
yeah.
talk, he can talk. I suppose.
this is co-founder,
Oh,
president,
nice
and chief
one.
operating
Oh,
officer
for
of
sure.
Cloudflare.
Just keep friendly, you know.
Cloudflare is a
You don't keep it
Service
friendly,
None
I
of
can
those
cut
are
you off.
Canadian.
They have.
Wow, so we got through that whole list.
We did.
Yeah.
I really want to say this. I'm going to say this real quick because I just really want to say it. Zhang Lu wins. Fatality. Oh yeah, it just fits.
Oh my god.
Okay. Before we
Wait,
let Grim go
is
off
that
on
Fang
whatever
Fang?
he wants to go off on.
Bro, it says let me Google this.
So
Okay, go on.
this has been updated as of 10 minutes after 11.
Oh yes, this.
It says all hostages inside the Colleyville synagogue were rescued after 11-hour standoff. The guy that held them hostage is actually
Wait, it
dead.
says somebody died.
It's the guy that held everybody hostage. He's the only one that's dead. Everybody else is alive. There was no children involved. It was all adults. One was the synagogue's rabbi. A loud bang was heard from the synagogue at 9 p.m. Authorities said that it was around the time that the FBI's hostage rescue team breached the building. So they just went in and they took them out. But everybody's safe. Everybody's, comfortable laying in their own beds tonight.
Do they know information on the perpetrator? Like, what's their name?
He's dead, so whatever it is.
Okay, Bill
Matthew-
Gates, that's fine. Just talk about Epstein like that.
Cool.
So
All right, I'm sorry, we'll take bets after. Go ahead.
okay, so it's basically what happened or whatever. So this is all hostages of
Epstein
the
was in it. No,
synagogue.
I'm just kidding.
After 11-hour standoff, hostage taker is dead. So then the hostage taker is dead. Authorities said that the news conference later Saturday. Greg Abbott announced that the rescue of the congregation Beth Israel just after 9:30 p.m. No injuries were reported. one of whom was released earlier in the evening. All the hostages were adults. One was the synagogue's rabbi. A loud bang was heard in the synagogue at 9 p.m. Authorities said that was around the time that the FBI's hostage rescue team breached the building. About 30 to 40 officers had been standing outside the synagogue shortly after the noise. An armored vehicle with a breech arm was also seen returning to a staging area nearby. This guy, a special agent in charge of FBI's Dallas office, Mr. Matthew DeSarno, said that the news conference that many details about the incident could not be released yet because of the ongoing investigation, but said the hostage taker was singularly focused on one issue. So
What's the issue?
whatever. DeSarno said that the shooting incident had taken place in the synagogue but didn't provide other details. He said authorities' investigation would have global reach in the coming days. Authorities say that he didn't have
Uh-oh.
any information about any congregation Beth Israel was targeted. Colleyville Police Chief Michael Miller commended the work of many law enforcement agencies who responded Saturday. What we saw was a crisis here, but there's lots of hope on how the community came together.
But we're going back to the Middle East, boys.
All right, so CNN actually states if you just didn't want to read it, I won't read it, but it does state what they believed the motivation was.
What's
It
that?
says 2 law enforcement officials say investigators believe the suspect may have been motivated by a desire to free Afari Siddiqui.
That's what's eventually come up down here.
Oh my God! Guess who?
49 of Pakistani neuroscientists suspected of having ties with Al Qaeda.
Gee, look who was right, guys.
Right. Convicted of
Global
attempted
reach. Oh,
murder
looks like we're
and
going back
sentenced
to
to
the Middle East.
86 years in prison. So, I mean, while in custody in Afghanistan in 2008, officials say she shot 2 U.S. military officers and was later convicted of attempted murder.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a woman.
Yes. No, not the hostage taker. The person who was in jail was a woman. So, just to if anybody.
When did this hostage situation go down?
This morning, it was an 11-hour thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Too many times in Jewish history we faced tragedy without love and support. Too many times to count. We were left to pick up the pieces of tragedy and destruction. Believe me, the love and support matters. It's something that we all should be able to expect from each other. So, I mean,
You think he got in through the southern border by posing as a Hispanic, and
Who
people
knows?
just not being able to
They
tell
might
the
have been
difference?
a person who lived here, but that's not really the issue. It's a thing that happened. That's not really the issue. My biggest thing that I want to say about this is 9 out of 10 times, if it doesn't start off with the race of the individual, then it probably wasn't a white person.
Yep.
Right.
Indeed.
Yep.
That is
That's
likely
usually
true.
the consensus when it doesn't actually point it out, and it's usually what it is.
And I hate that that's like the first thing that everyone goes to, like, oh God, I hope this wasn't one of my people. But
race is
How
fake.
else do they keep America on edge?
Well, I gotta move on to something new eventually, I suppose.
What are you looking for, Koolfrogg?
I was just kind of reading through it real fast, just to see if there's any. There's more we'll learn in the days ahead about the motivations of the hostage taker. Biden's statement read, but let me be clear to anyone who intends to spread hate. we will stand against any anti-Semitism and against the rise of extremism in this country. So
The
Biden had something to
rise.
say about it. Ted Cruz had something to say about it. He says, "I'm very grateful that all hostages are safe and incredibly thankful for the brave members of law enforcement who responded to Congregation Beth Israel, freed the hostages, and stopped the terrorists."
Does Joe Biden mean the rise of that anti-Semitism and people like Elon Omar and Talib in Congress?
Yeah,
No,
right.
because they are Semitic. They're gymnastics.
Omar's from Somalia.
Don't matter.
Do you guys think we should hold the same
She called
standard
people who
for
criticize.
our local
She called people who
government that we hold
criticize her
for the
anti-Semitic.
president?
Say again.
Yes.
Do you think we should hold the same standard we hold for the president for the local government?
Absolutely. Why?
I'd say yes.
Like, I'm in
Actually, more.
to be more specific, like being from this country.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't see why not. Because what you're doing is I mean, think about it, right? If anybody who was in an executive power or an executive position, right? If you replaced all the leaders with somebody from a certain nation, then they technically have authority over the entire United States at a fundamental level. So to that end, I would say maybe, but the likelihood of that happening, as far as infiltrating every single local government, would be ridiculously low.
see, my
Do you
my
even
issue
need
with
to though?
I would say it would be more of it would be the state would have to decide if they want to be able to allow. Now you have to be a citizen, of course, and I think that at a minimum you should.
Not to vote.
Well, not anymore
Sorry, I'll
in
stop
New
there.
York City and California, but
Allegedly.
Yeah.
no, like
Allegedly.
if no, they're actually trying to push for everybody should vote in New York
Allegedly.
City.
Not even allegedly, they
Make
are
me-
pushing that.
Allegedly.
That's a fact. It's a verifiable fact.
Allegedly.
It's allegedly a fact, okay?
Joe Biden
All right,
is
let's continue.
alleged.
Real quick, what I'm getting at is if the state or local area wants to be able to change their laws to make it so that you have to be a natural born citizen of this country to be to run for office in that country, that's fine. But my thing is there are a lot of governors, well, maybe not a lot of governors, but there are governors and mayors who are not from the United States who became citizens who then became governors and mayors and actually did a fairly decent job at it. The a lot of the, like, say you have somebody who comes from Cuba, right?
Yeah, like
And they come here
Arnold. Fuck
and
off.
they are completely
Screw your freedom.
anti-communism and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And they're elected to like a mayoral or a gubernatorial status, and then they can say we're not going to do that here because I saw what it did to my country, right? Basically, stuff like that. Like they escape this regime and want to prevent it from happening, right? So
Or didn't Monica Lewinsky have a mayoral position?
no, it was just oral.
Oh, is that what it was? I did not have
Yeah.
sexual relations with that woman.
Well, that depends on what your definition of the word is. Is.
So this
You guys
video
take
is
a picture
actually go
freaking
along with what
Goblin.
Jimmy was talking about with the the tsunami and Tongan volcano.
Oh yes, this
We're
story.
still following that massive volcanic
Go
eruption
from
in the
Tonga?
Pacific.
Found some
The Bay Area,
footage.
along with the rest of the
Absolutely
West Coast, is under a
massive,
tsunami
massive,
advisory right now
huge,
as we continue to see
huge,
strong currents and dangerous waves along the coast. It all
huge.
started
biggest
with
waves,
this.
the
Take a
best
look at these
waves.
pictures from
Enormous.
space of that
Oh,
massive
damn.
eruption Friday night
Yeah,
on
man.
Tonga's biggest island.
Not
A
just
huge
any
eruption, a plume of ash,
volcano.
If
steam
you
and
do a
gas
quick
rising
calculation about how
into
many
the
kelp
sky.
forts do you think
Set
that
flooding to the
CO2 is
South
worth?
Pacific country's capital city,
I don't know.
businesses,
No, I-
homes, places of
5.
worship, inundated by rushing water, and we're still waiting for word on any injuries. This is one of the few videos
did
we've
damage
seen out of the
houses.
island since the tsunami.
The country is more
Oh.
than 5,000 miles away from us here in the Bay Area, but the impact triggered flood warnings and high waves along the coast, and we are not alone. Take a look at this. Pretty much the entire West Coast still under that tsunami advisory right now. And you can see why. Looking at flooding like this,
can
at the
see the
Santa
time
Cruz
on that's
Harbor.
5:04,
This video posted
so,
to Twitter by a viewer. This was about 9 o'clock this morning as the
There's
water
those
started to
rising
make
tides
its
people were
way
talking about.
into
Oh
that
my
parking
goodness,
lot. Kind of an
that-
eerie
it
feeling. It
rippled.
became an unfortunate situation for people
Raising
whose
sea
cars
level.
were
Now
parked there.
California's
This video
complaining
shows a
that there's
truck
water
partially
coming.
submerged. Rising
gonna get
water
rid
is
of the
pushing
crap.
boats all over the place,
Maybe
and
it'll
forcing
clear
people to
up.
scramble to safety from those
Maybe it'll
boats.
clean the
And the
streets.
situation causing a
Yeah,
big
legit.
weekend
Wash
headache
away all
for
the
emergency
needles.
crews at the harbor,
Oh, but now you're
trying
gonna have
all
sea
day
turtles
to
with
make
heroin
sure
needles stuck in
everyone
their
stays
noses.
away.
Oh,
But
no.
many say they had to come see for themselves what's going on.
Starfish with heroin
Don't
needles.
have
Lots
to
of
dive
current
into
changing, that the
water.
water's flowing out for a couple minutes and then coming back in. It's about a 5 to 6 foot swing in the tide. It's pretty significant.
And many people we spoke with say they're grateful this wasn't a repeat of the 2011 tsunami that hit the Santa Cruz area after that earthquake back in Japan. That caused tens of thousands of dollars in damage to the harbor.
Now
So
we're going to
question, do you
return to
think
meteorologist
Democrats are
Rob
going to try
Mayetta.
to
He has been
blame
tracking the
this on
tsunami
Biden
advisory
like they
all
tried
day.
to
And
blame
Rob,
the
where are we
hurricane
at right
on
now?
Trump?
Right now, well, we're still watching what was
Not a
an
chance.
undersea volcanic eruption
Not a chance.
displacing
This
a
is
lot
still
of ocean
Trump's
water.
fault,
We saw
by the
this
way.
late
Oh,
last
yeah,
night,
you're
and
right.
instead
Guys,
of really
holy
being an
shit.
earthquake-generated
Everyone
event, you
knows
had
it
that
takes about
undersea
3
volcanic
years after an
eruption which
election
displaced
for
the
all the
ocean water
evil to
as the
go
energy
away.
travels across the Pacific. Gets closer to the coast, it slows down, and that water level starts to rise up.
more
And we
Atlantic for
did
me?
see peak water levels around Crescent City and Port San Luis, just southwest of San Luis Obispo, of 3 to 4 feet. Now, closer to home, Bay Area-wise, around Point Reyes and Monterey, about 2 to 3 foot rises in water levels. Now, that is what a tsunami advisory is supposed to cover, would be those water level rises of about 1 to 3 feet, but you can see some exceptions there. We actually exceeded those numbers. Now, around San Francisco, what was interesting about the data, right around high tide is when we had those peak water heights start to come on in. So you had the compounding effect of high tide and water levels rising. San Francisco
about a
about
rainy
1 foot
season in
rise there. But
Pittsburgh.
notice what's
Got it.
interesting. It wasn't the initial waves that came in. It was later on, about the 5th or 6th peak in those waves that saw the highest heights around San Francisco. Now, notice the difference between high and low in Monterey. It's those high, rapid rises and
Lane's low by
falls,
the 5th
and the
and
water
6th
level
peak.
causes those currents
All
to
right.
get stronger, rush in and out of those harbors and inlets. In Port San Luis, look at this. From high to low here, you're seeing a change of almost 6 feet occurring. And when that energy moves into those smaller harbors, inlets, and bays, that's where things get especially hazardous. We're seeing that around Santa Cruz and also San Lorenzo creeks and some of the rivers there. You're seeing San Lorenzo River. You're seeing kind of the reversal of those river flows as all that energy gets funneled in to those smaller inlets around the Bay Area. So on top of that, you had high surf. So it was high tide, high surf, and rising water levels. We're still seeing wave heights here. This is part of the northwest swell.
How many people
of
you
7
think said
to 10 feet?
gnarly
Again, a lot of this
dude,
coinciding
let's
with
go
high tide around
surfing.
9 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
And you see the areas in orange on the map behind me, coastal
Because they
areas,
smack into the
still
side of a
bayside
fucking house
locations,
going
even
37
though
miles an
technically
hour.
we're getting closer to low tide now. We will see another high tide
Whoa,
coming up at
tubular.
around 11:44 tonight.
Worth it,
And we
dog.
will have to watch these areas as we still see those big fluctuations in water levels. Currents along the coast and bays still remaining relatively high. Until that changes, that tsunami advisory is still in effect as we head into the evening. Back to you.
Yo, what's this shed doing out in the middle of the ocean? Oh, wait.
It's a houseboat.
It is now.
Hey,
Yeah.
man. What's up, bro? But yeah, you were saying
Cash.
sea
What's up,
turtles with the needles in its nose. I'm saying the starfish with the needles in its arms, man.
Listen, I'm just so happy
Thanks,
that
Cash.
everyone's taking this vaccine so seriously.
is.
I saw some
Cash
homeless
is actually
people
part of our server
vaccinating
now.
each other under the bridge the other day. It just touched my heart.
All that. Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, is that what the needles are for?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were vaccinating each other.
What a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful morning.
We're an hour and 50 minutes in. Did anybody else had something that they wanted to share today? Graham?
Yeah, 1 second.
Cash says, what's up, gentlemen?
What's up,
Nothing
Kakash?
much. So I just wanted to suffix what I said earlier, the question about having leaders be local rather than maybe foreign. I think that comes into my mind mainly because I feel so burned by people like Ilhan Omar, coming from Minnesota myself.
Fair enough.
Minnesota door, right? Isn't that the lady on the Supreme Court?
Now, don't make me feel worse about Minnesota, please. Like
should.
the 9/11 guys were trained here, so don't fuck
Well,
around.
you know, I mean, we can go into Ilhan Omar and the reason that she actually got put into the position that she actually got put into was because of the Obama administration allowing 70,000 Muslims to be moved into the state of Minnesota.
Refugees, come on.
Well,
yeah,
that's what they were, but they were also Muslim, and that's how she got the position that she got.
Yeah, isn't she kind of persecuted? Like, they don't like her over there?
No, they don't, because she's a woman.
Well, she's a brother fucker too,
Well, that
allegedly.
That and she did things with her own brother, and
A family that lays together stays together. Come on now.
Oh,
no. The thing is with her. The thing is with her is that she came over to the United States via her,
Lord,
you know,
need a shepherd.
significant other.
She came over first, and then she actually slept with the brother to get her brother to be able to stay in the States.
Yeah, she went to her brother and said,
Well, she married her brother. I don't know if she actually.
She married her brother
Okay,
to
sorry,
actually
this
get him to come over. I
don't
believe
know.
they actually had a
Forced
child.
herself on him, and he's like, "No, I don't want to." She said, "No. I incest."
Oh,
Muslim.
Muslim.
Is that what it says? Muslim.
Muslim.
Oh, slum. I got a crack on my screen.
Did that just happen?
We're very inclusive around here. We like to actually read everybody's comments and whatnot. So anything you got to say, anything you want to share,
Frog,
if
I actually found an image of their
No.
child.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm sending it to you right now. By right now, I mean eventually. Stand by.
Because
It's
the
okay.
internet
You can send it when you feel like it.
How to
Rocky.
computer? How to computer?
No,
internet is immediate.
Ordering 15 gallons of donkey cum. That's all it is.
Okay. Well.
All right.
Oh, you sent it in private. That's nice.
Well, I sent it. I don't know how to post it. So
No, you're okay.
Send me that kinky linky sussy fed boy.
We'll send you.
Cash. I
friendly
was about to
wave.
blow my fucking top, bro. I was about to blow my top on that. Like, it was ridiculous.
So this is the child that Ilhan and her brother conceived.
And here it is.
Perfectly healthy baby boy. About 275 pounds.
Baby Rose.
God, that image.
Uh-oh. Cash is going to start something. He said, oh, how about that stream earlier?
Oh my gosh. Somebody needs to just super clip that together with his other one where he was talking about what's beyond the universe. I would just love that.
Rocky
Oh my
Road.
god! Like Nick
Rocky
and Kurt
Road.
both got to clarify stuff for Joe, and they got the gist of it. But then Joe started asking him other questions, and then they started answering that shit wrong. And it's just like, oh god, 3 lawyers try to physics. I
But
was
what's
like,
his?
look, they should have just got me in on that, man. Like, I'd have had that shit. Joe would have been over there freaking spouting the gospel of Einstein in about 15 minutes.
But was his Carl Sagan impression spot on or not? Was he when he talked about when you approach the speed of light, matter?
Matter.
A pale blue dot.
No, that's David Attenborough.
Space.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The final frontier.
The Earth was created
Then,
many,
I prefer
many.
Leonard Nimoy to explain space stuff to me. Thank you.
I think you're right, K Cash. It
Oh.
had to have been because otherwise he wouldn't have had me on. Because I know he saw my hour rebuttal to him before.
Oh,
I know
what
he's
is
seen
this?
that.
You think it was a grift? Yeah, I was saying something similar earlier. I was saying, do not give this man your fucking money.
Definitely a grift. The problem is I don't want people to walk away thinking he's being serious or right.
Yeah,
What? Segregation.
yeah.
Yep.
Like at the end of the stream, he could be like, "Oh, you know what? We're gonna have this guy on," and then it'd be like, "It'll take me 15 minutes. Let's just run this down," and then it'd just be, okay, cool. All right, that
At the
makes
end of
sense.
the
All right,
stream, you would have gone on and said, everything this man just said is bullshit.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Everything that the guy just said is bullshit. Thank you.
Oh my
Pretty
god.
God's
I
back.
want to think.
K-Cash can gift me anytime.
Oh man, what is it called? Grift me a coffee.
No. Buy me a coffee.
No, it's grift me a coffee.
Maybe I should just become a
Well, right. If you want to support me, it's buymeacoffee.com/Koolfrogg. That's the immediate way to actually help me out. Because, I'm brought to you by you.
maybe
And
I should
not
just become maybe I should just
some
become
drug
a
company.
streamer and start talking about the wonders of socialism and just, make lots of money off that. Right? Because that's how it works, right? You just
Of
It
course.
honestly
disinformation to ignorant people. They love
Yes.
it. They send you money and then you don't give it back to anybody else. You keep it for yourself. I think
No,
there's
you
a
need to be like okay boomer girl and have the boobas, or you need to be like Hassan Piker and just such an asshole people find it amusing.
listen.
It's not copyright infringement.
I'm
if
so
they don't
glad I
find
actually
out.
finally got a bunch of people that actually joined this stream. That's great.
Am I
love
still
it.
a cuck if I cried it when it happened?
Fucking
Yes.
say that again.
That makes you a fucking chick. I don't know. Can lesbians fucking be cucks? You fucking.
Well, if they're trannies, I guess maybe. Right?
You can't say that word anymore.
What about transvestite?
So hold on, if you with both of the lesbians, which one's the cuck?
The trainee. Oh, it's funny. The trainee
that
is
has
the
the
person
dick.
who's in the middle. That's what it is. The trainee is the one that's in the middle, not the trainer.
So, no, he said tranny, not trainee.
Transvestite.
Like the thing that makes your car shift gears.
Oh,
transmission.
He means dudes with tits.
Tranny.
Well, the transmission was a 53.
This got so not family friendly.
What are you talking about?
It's kind of what I was
Hey,
kind of thinking.
you could blame Bruce Jenner for that one, not me. I mean, God.
You can wait like another 2 minutes and we hit the 2-hour mark, and
Just cut this last part before you post it.
Yeah, can we get him banned in the
It'll just be
last
like-
60 seconds?
It'll be Carl Sagan impressions.
Come
and
on,
then,
I
all
really
right, we're
don't
taking
want the
super
week
chats
off.
now.
I don't. I really need to, be able to produce something throughout the week.
Yes. Right. However,
9/11 was the
he who shall not be named, Steven Crowder, did do a skit where he parodied the 7 words you're not allowed to say.
Well, let me tell you about the LGBTQ community, please.
Steven Crowder did a skit where he parodied.
A couple people say they want to actually get themselves turned off for a little bit.
You should watch it on your own time. It's fantastic. It's definitely a really good parody of why am I forgetting his name? I love the guy too.
Sounds like Jack Murphy-ish.
No. Carlin's.
A parody is when you have.
Okay. Hold on here. There's a couple things that happen here that just didn't allow me to actually see them. So, let me see if there's. Printer God says, I rewatched the debate between Pikers, Sargon, Fuentes, and Destiny. Oh my God, Hassan is an MORON, a maroon.
A Mormon?
And then he says Fuentes is a hard R.
Whoa.
And has dumb takes, but not nearly as intellectually dumb.
He's retired.
Oh, that hard R.
He's retired.
See,
okay, guys.
That's
what
not
I was
what
saying.
I think of gamer words when you say hard R, man.
Thank you, George Carlin. I was actually,
Carlin.
yeah. It was right there. Oh, my brain is going right now.
Who is Jorge Carlin?
That's why we have a couple of people sitting in chat. This doesn't normally happen for us. We normally don't have this many people around. It's
pretty neat.
It's very fun and very interesting.
Double turd retard.
Double turd. Hey. Shirt says he wants to get shut off.
69 for 69 shirts.
Well, when you're a turd, you're a turd.
My favorite of that is that we're up to 350, which will get you a bus ride in South Park or Jack Murphy on camera.
Never be so offensive.
I am off-ended at that comment.
Anybody else have anything else they want to share?
Yeah, I want to go off about Joe tonight.
Go ahead.
Boom.
Good Lord. He doesn't understand, like, if you're...
Oh, boy.
If waves have to travel through a medium, okay?
The boat. Use the boat.
The car horn.
What the hell are you talking about?
Talk about ambulances go wee woo.
Yeah.
God.
In Japanese, ambulances go ooh ooh. Everybody be like ooh 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 ooh.
European ambulances sound like two guys having sex.
How about the French one?
Yeah, that's
The French ambulances sound like two dudes.
Okay, let's trigger some stuff here real fast.
Grim is busy crying.
Oh my God, I gotta be quiet. I'm gonna die.
So then, 15 basic physics concepts to help you understand our world.
I'm putting this in general chat so we can make this meme later. It has to go online.
One
so what you
motion
do is sit down and say which ambulances, like what sound does each country's ambulance sound like, and just take a whole bunch of shit and just overlay every one of them with like a video on the side of what's actually going on.
Germany's just needs to be screaming.
You're interrupting my physics lesson. Okay.
I'm
I'm
trying
trying
to-
to
I'm
smart.
trying to trigger
I'm trying to
him
smart.
to actually go off on physics. So
I can't anymore. Not after
it
today.
says the
I don't wanna
15
live on this
basic
world anymore.
physics concepts to help you understand our world. One is motion. One of the first lessons in physics class is that of motion. How an object moves, how fast it moves, where it moves, and what rate it speed up and slows down.
What's your vector, Victor?
2 is Newton's first law.
100.
Nothing moves without a little push first.
Oh my God, so sexual. Why am I kind of hard right now? Sorry.
Equal and opposite reactions, bro.
Hey, look, it's a
my.
As alluded to in Newton's first law, in order to move, an object needs a force.
or lubricant. Sometimes a lot of lubricant.
Oh my.
Newton's third law, forces don't act in isolation. Each is always accompanied by another force that pushes or pulls in the opposite direction.
Still sexual.
5, gravity. Most famous for the force
I'll
that
put a
makes
note
things
in-
fall down. More fundamentally, gravity is a force of attraction. Quit fapping it over there.
You guys see what Printer said?
6 is centripetal force. A low speed limits posted for on and off ramps are there for a reason. Centripetal force. Okay. When something accelerates along a circular path, centripetal force keeps it going in a circle.
Centrifugal force.
What? No, that's conservation of
Centripetal,
angular
not
momentum.
centrifugal. Centripetal and centrifugal forces are two different things.
What about centrifugal?
And one is completely made up.
Centrifugal.
All forces are made up.
But does every action have an equal and opposite reaction?
Well, we haven't gotten there yet.
What? We're past that one.
Yeah,
we
that was
passed
that
it
was way
already.
back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Never mind.
and the answer is no.
I should drink
No.
another
That's-
one. So work and energy. Work happens whenever a force moves something.
Work.
Work happens whenever unemployment runs out. That's what happens. I'll talk about for the next couple weeks.
8.
Momentum. My favorite match type in Crucible.
Some may think of momentum as that motivated, on a roll, feeling that follows a series of successes. In physics, momentum is how much motion something has. Again, quit fapping it over there.
Listen, I can't help it.
Torque.
Ooh, yeah. And I remember to torque it.
Doors
torquing it.
and hinges in opposite sides, and is the force that causes an object to rotate or twist.
Oh, yeah.
Rotate was the wrist.
I thought torquing was whenever they just bounced their butt up and down.
Torque.
Simple harmonic motion. Simple harmonic
We don't
motion
like your
involves oscillations, like a block bouncing up and down on the spring or a pendulum swinging left and right and back again.
Come on.
I can't.
Fluid dynamics.
Oh, I got some fluid.
So what you're saying is we learned to torque it,
Are you shitting me?
bounce it up and down, and then get what is happening in this channel.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, man, this
Don't stop now.
Scores. Hold on.
Fluid dynamics is-
Comparing sound to light
I'm
to begin
almost
with.
This should have been the last one on the face of it.
And then also says, are they just making up forces now?
Well, we got the light side of the force and the dark side of the force.
And then you got the gray
midichlorians.
Jedi, and they're their whole
I
own
was
thing.
literally going to say that.
I mean, if you torque it, bounce it, make it wet. What else do you want?
Oh my God.
From
Certified
river
freak.
flow to wind patterns,
7
fluid
days a week.
dynamic explains some of the most common forces of nature. Physicists and engineers study flow rate of fluids, type of flow, friction, pressure, fluid thickness, and more
Getting
to
me hot,
understand liquids and
bothered over
gases.
here. Read that a little bit more seductively. That line.
Don't
Read
stop,
the line.
Daddy.
Like smooth or turbulent, frictional pressure,
Let me see what I can
fluid
do. Let me see what I can do
thickness.
for you here.
And if you look out the window to your
Oh,
left,
You'll miss everything on the right.
From river flow to wind
Oh, no.
patterns, fluid dynamic explains some of the most common forces of nature.
Oh no.
Physicists and engineers study flow rate of fluids, type of flow, like smooth or turbulent, friction, pressure, fluid thickness, and more to understand liquids and gases.
cool.
Anyone with air travel experience has benefited from the study of fluid dynamics.
Great. Now my
The
ears
shape
are
of
moist.
airplane wings makes advantage of airflow. The curved top and flat bottom manipulating air pressure to
This is what
lift
Frogman would sound like if he was
planes.
trans.
Sorry, that's the best I could do.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is
Oh
don't
my
go
God.
into a don't
I
go,
don't
don't
like
get
them
a
putting
job reading
chemicals in the
erotica.
water.
Turn the freaking frogs gay.
Do you understand that?
Thermodynamics. Thermodynamics regards different kinds of
He
heat
doesn't
and
sound good.
energy transfer. Heat is from the energy and can transfer from hot object or area to a cooler one through radiation, physical contact, or the flow of heated particles known as convection.
Are they gonna get into
Light that cigarette.
Are they gonna get into what is the word? Entropy? Probably not.
Hey, we had that 2 hours.
We only got a few left, so we'll see. So this is number 13 is electricity. Electricity exists thanks to positive and negative charges, largely carried by two subatomic particles, protons, which are positively charged, and electrons, which are negatively charged. Opposite charges attract each other, while like charges repel. Whenever one of those charged particles moves, it
Wait a
creates
minute.
an electrical current.
Grim, I thought you were saying that we didn't really understand
What's up?
everything.
Everybody say, hold on. Everybody say good night to K Cash.
Mike
Bye.
Takesh.
Night,
It sounds
kid.
like a lot of words
Have
just
a
to say
good
God
night.
magic. By the way,
This is a lot of words just to say God magic. Okay, Joe, get out of here.
Magnets, how do they work?
14 is magnetism. The motion
Science,
of
bitch.
electric charges creates current and generates an electromagnetic force, resulting in magnetism.
and
Like
now I am
charges,
completely
magnets
flaccid.
consist of two opposite
I
components.
just got back.
Hi. Welcome back.
Hey,
Hey, Koolfrogg,
welcome
I sent you a video. It's in private if you want to throw that up there. In a
Okay,
second.
I'll get to that next. We're almost done here. And 15 is
Yes.
optics. Eyeglasses, contact lenses, microscopes, movie projectors, cameras, and more all exist because of physics of light or optics. Isn't that just interesting?
Hold on, can I read this?
That's
real quick?
electromagnetism. That's all.
I'm trying to work on my TikTok voice. So basically, you can say optics, eyeglasses, contact lenses, microscopes, movie projectors, and cameras are all more are all exist because of physics of light. Physics of light. Is that what it is?
Yep,
Or
physics of light or
Physics of light. Physics of light.
You do that weird inflection. Physics of light or optics.
I hate that shit.
Light travels slower in water, so the human eye gazing at the pool from above perceives objects in water as closer than they actually are.
As closer than they actually are.
Wait, light travels slower? I thought that it was.
It's always the.
So,
I will
so
break my
this
fucking foot in someone's ass. This fucking
this
thing is wrong.
physics thing, which was supposed to like cool people down, just the last paragraph just enraged Grim so much.
Yes.
Light travels slower in water.
He's like, no, wait a minute. That's not true.
You wouldn't like him when he's angry. Then he becomes the Incredible Bulk.
So what you're saying is the pixies live in my wall?
Calm down, you look like Lou Ferrigno's poop.
So, what?
I'm working
The
on
fuck?
your link that you sent me.
What'd you say? What
It's
I'm
a
not
joke
gonna
from
s-
Family Guy.
What'd he say?
He said, "Calm down. You look like
you
Lou
look like Lou
Ferrigno's poop."
Ferrigno's poop.
So we were talking about fluid dynamics.
It
Watch
just
this.
dawned on me.
Oh, I love this one.
Read my
just
comment on
dawned
the
on
right.
me.
It just dawned on me.
Oh, you missed it. You missed it.
Oh,
You
we
missed the
saw
comment on
it.
the right.
Oh God.
When
Oh,
chicks finish, you have to read the comment.
okay, hold on. Let's
You
bring
have
this
to
back
read
up.
It doesn't have something to do with the Blue Man Group. I'm out.
It's even better.
It just dawned on me. Grim says,
it needs to be the
when
Smurfs.
chicks
Dawned on
finish
me.
the dishes.
Finished.
Dawn
It
goes
just
on
dawned on
dishes,
me.
That bottle
not the
finished.
dishwasher.
A job well done.
Oh my
It
God, the
just
one below
dawned on
yours is
me.
so much better though.
Dad's
She looks like
everywhere,
she had a
Dawn's on
pumping
visit from
air.
Papa
Not in the
They've
Smurf.
never
dishwasher.
thought of this.
It just dawned
This
on
is
me.
a clean joke. Why is there so much, no such thing as a mom joke?
It just dawned on me.
When Papa Smurf doesn't give you the
There it
courtesy
is.
warning.
Yeah.
It just dawned on me.
She actually laughed at that one.
Yo, she knows what she's doing.
It just dawned
You
on
should
me.
call him viral potential. Is there anything else that's good in here?
It just dawned on me.
Oh, I'm gonna go and say it. I don't like repeating videos. They drive me crazy. That's why I don't like
Okay,
TikTok.
we'll just go away from that.
That's why you gotta keep scrolling, dog.
Oh.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Did you know that in Star Wars Episode 1, when Boromir kicks the helmet, he actually breaks his toe? The director liked it so much that he kept it in the movie.
Ridiculous.
You guys
Okay,
ever see Django?
Yes.
You know that part where Leonardo DiCaprio like busts that little glass?
Yes.
Did you know that was real too? He
Yes.
like actually got a big chunk of glass stuck in his hand.
Did you know that you also can't quote a single line from that friggin' movie?
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm saying you cannot quote a line without repercussions.
Oh, let's see. I bet I could. I've seen it too many times. I can do that.
Probably the only thing you did. Hello.
So I seen this come up earlier, and it says, "Who wants to know who ordered the counting to simultaneously stop it in so many states at the same time?" And here's my comment.
Yo, you gotta post that GIF in the Discord. That's so good.
Wait, what was that one?
It said, "Who wants to know who ordered the counting stopped simultaneously in 6 states?" It's after 2 hours, so we should be good for
Election.
that. Being said, Joe Biden is our president.
The single most legitimate
Byron.
potato.
Bo Jiden.
But
Joe Biden is
there's-
more
there's my
popular than Obama. There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
So this is how liberty dies.
0.0013%.
Listen, nobody ever said that the vaccine was
potato.
going to protect you, except for me that one time that I said that. Totally said that. But
Now the CEO of Pfizer says other things, but hey. Allegedly, of course.
you just need like 4 or 5 or 6 or hell, I don't even know, like all of them.
Hey, why do we gotta say
80,000.
allegedly after like official statements and things that have actually been said in interviews and things?
Anybody think it's like
Because-
Windows? Like Windows?
If you
or
vote
like,
the wrong part of the CDC, they will ban this channel. Like, we could go put things on the CDC website, that would be it.
Yes.
What?
That happened to
Saying allegedly is just being sarcastic about the situation and how horrible that is.
But they said it, like it's on their website. Why is I don't get that.
You can't say that. Nope.
Because it doesn't go along with their agenda to push on the populace.
I
That
get
they
why,
definitely don't have.
and I understand these people have no logic, but it doesn't logically make any sense.
Because it's not supposed to. It's just supposed to fit their means.
Well,
It's a
no,
means
no,
to
no.
an end.
It makes sense why they're doing it, but they're not doing it because of the content. They're doing it because of the power and like control over society. So trying to make sense of it from a perspective that not using obviously doesn't make sense.
Do it.
Well, why put the information out in the first place, right?
Well, because it's not like they're infinitely powerful and regulate everything that happens, right? Medicine is a gigantic field. And so all kinds of data is legally required to be reported and collected for standard reasons. And the moment you start interfering with that directly, everyone will notice and everyone will start sniffing around. And that's ultimately what brought them down, right? Is they got caught covering up a bunch of things. People like found the receipts and checked into it, and like now 2 years later they're like, hey, what's up with all these grants in Wuhan? But the same thing happens with like adverse reaction data or excess mortality in young men or all kinds of things, right? Like we have
Soccer
good
players'
medical
hearts exploding.
we have good medical monitoring in society. And so they can't not say it. They can only punish you for drawing the logical conclusion. Because not saying it would be them admitting to the public that they are falsifying the full records, which would be admitting that they're lying.
Oh, I'm
Correct.
curious. Can you do me a favor and go to petitions.whitehouse.gov and see if they brought it back yet?
Brought what back?
Petitions.whitehouse.gov. A couple days before the inauguration was taken down.
It just directs you straight to whitehouse.gov.
Whitehouse.gov. Yep. Now, if you go to a Wayback Machine and go back to January 1st of 2021, you know how to do that, right?
Oh, you mean that thing that John Goldman paid to make sure nobody tried to dig up any more stuff on him?
There's multiple Wayback Machines, but Wayback Machine is the one that works most of the time. But if you go to that website and then you type in petitions.whitehouse.gov and search for January 1st, you can see that it was there prior. Just a coincidence, really.
Can you look up YouTube videos that don't exist anymore with this?
Possibly. But the issue is they have to save, so somebody has to save it, right?
Oh, so
As
it
far
has
as
to
I'm
have
aware,
some traction of some kind. Maybe.
yeah.
Okay.
Because otherwise they would literally have like the entirety of the internet ever on their archive. On their
That'd
archives.
take a bit of a server farm.
It seems that I can't even get Wayback Machine to come up.
Here, I sent you a link. I sent you a new link.
Another TikTok?
Embrace it.
Yeah, and then click up after this one because it's fucking hilarious.
Embrace it. Invade it.
There's no music. Just
All right,
music.
2021, January 1st.
Yeah, you can share, by the way. You can share your screen for that if you wanted to.
You can't hear it.
It's only 8 seconds long. It should be short enough.
If you drop an ice cube, don't pick it up. Just kick it under the fridge. Be a man.
Be a man. I love these ones.
If you click up on the D-pad on the right, not D-pad, but the right above that down arrow, there should be an up arrow.
If you drop an ice cube, don't pick it
I
up.
guess it's the down
Just
arrow.
kick
I
it
went
under
ahead
the
and
fridge.
posted in
Be a
general
man.
in the
Be a
Discord.
man.
Mother.
Yeah, go to his actual
If you
page.
drop an ice
Whole
cube,
channel
Trick
is just
clicking on
pick it up.
shit, man.
Acting like our middle schoolers, part 2.
turning in
Over
circles.
spraying perfume.
Cut the vid.
What is going on?
I can't.
Music.
Yeah, I know.
Mr.
Yeah,
Frog?
scroll up all the way and click on that guy's page because there's another one that's really, really good. Like where is it? Let me see. I think it's the bathroom one. Let me see.
Oh shit, with the door open? Oh yeah, when you're in a public toilet, take a shit with the door open. It's right there on the right, I think. No, that's a remote.
Be a man.
Only take dumps on company time.
No, this one was way before Christmas, so it probably would have been a while back. But I did send you the link to the archive, if you want to bring that up real quick.
Okay.
Did you send it on Discord?
I did.
Wait, is that make a snowman out of poop? Hold on, I gotta. All right, fellas, I think I'm done. Thank you.
Hold
Thank
on.
you for coming.
Okay.
And I will dip shortly after we go over this Wayback Machine business.
All right.
So here's the petition the White House on the issues that matter to you. Create a petition.
It's not showing up on the stream.
Oh, I'm still sharing the other screen. Apparently, I should stop drinking for the night.
Lies. Fake news.
Fake news. Horribly fake news.
All right, so if you look up there, it says petitionwhitehouse.gov, and this is part of the Wayback Machine. You can see it's January 1st, 2021. And then if
fake
you
news.
just for gets and shiggles up there in the
fake news.
In a different web browser, if you just Google or if you just put that in so people can watch you put it in. So that they
You
know
all
that
delete
it's
this link. Goodbye.
It doesn't.
Or
because of how I'm sharing it, it's not gonna.
Okay,
I'm gonna have to actually share the link.
Well, no, you can actually just click the next button on the top next to the date. So see how there's the January 1st, 2021.
Yeah, this one here.
Yeah. I think that should take you to another one. Another day.
January
3rd.
It's still there.
there.
January 4th, access denied.
And then next day.
It's thinking.
Oh no, he broke the Wayback Machine.
Breaking my computer. My computer's thinking super hard. January 7th. It's still there. January 16th, it's still there. January 18th, it's still there. It's gonna go away pretty soon here, within the next 2 days.
You mighty morphin Power Ranger.
The 19th is still there.
Because I'm just searching petition.whitehouse.gov and it's
The
literally giving me
20th,
a
it's still there.
Oh.
And it just...
It says redirected to whitehouse.gov there.
Yep, there it is. On the 21st, it says it's redirected to the White House.
Yeah. It wasn't. It was. I thought it was a couple days before. I guess it was a couple days after the inauguration that they got rid of it. Yeah.
Yeah, the day after he would have been, installed.
Listen, this firmware update is breaking my breaking
El
my system.
Presidente.
Can we Anyway.
Interesting.
Yeah, even
El
now,
Presidente de Potato.
even now you can't get to it, which is kind of, a little sussy baka. But when I found that out, I was actually, I do troll the Donald.win, and I was trolling, and I saw that, and somebody posted said, "No, Donald Trump took it down back in blah blah blah." So I looked it up. After that guy said it, I said no, it was literally up before the inauguration. I didn't, and then I saw that it was down after. I said they did take it down for like a week during Trump's presidency, but then it came right back up. So.
Grimsbar says, the show is amazing. So many clippable moments.
Indeed.
Wow. The narcissism on that guy.
He ain't even in the show anymore.
Wow.
Obviously, he did what he said he was going to do.
Well, hey, you guys. I think I got to dip early here. My brother's here.
Okay, so before you take off,
yeah,
I was gonna tell Grim to do the same thing. Why don't you go show yourself out and you can go away?
Yeah, absolutely. You
go
can
away.
follow me. Or, I don't know who wants to go first here.
No, you go.
Okay.
You're
you
the
can
one that
follow
wants
me
to
at
leave.
the Atlas Pass over on TikTok for some amateur art and some anime clips, or you can follow me here on YouTube at Jimmy YouTube, or you can follow me over on Twitter at Real Anime Rich with underscores and capitalizations.
So then, because I was going to have Grimsbar do it before he took off, Grimsbar actually has a couple things going on or whatever. He's got a TikTok page under the name Grimsbar. He's got a YouTube page under the name Grimsbar.
Really amazing stuff.
He actually does a really good job at editing videos and making clips and different things or whatever.
I believe he also has a Twitter.
A Twitter?
Yeah, he does have a Twitter. I don't know if he actually normally has me.
Twatter.
I don't know if he normally shows that out.
You twat.
But I do have his TikTok and I do have his YouTube channel linked down below in the description.
I enjoy the word twat. It's very high class.
I updated the description since the last couple of shows or whatever. So like, I put shirts has a Rumble channel that's in the description.
And I'm gonna go ahead and sign off as well. I'm Deadseye.
And there's Grimsbar saying, "Chill me, daddy." You're welcome, Grimsbar. Thank you for all you do. You're one of the stars.
Real quick, I'm Deadseye. I have no handles. You can find me in any major retail chain. And good night.
Yeah.
It's nice meeting you. You have a good night.
Yes, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yep.
Nice
You can't buy me there, but you can see me there, probably running around naked with peanut butter all over myself, screaming, "Never gonna catch me!"
It's usual.
And then there's Mike. Mike, you have anything that you want to?
No, I would prefer not to associate several of the things I've said about the U.S. government or their figures with things that I say on social media.
Grim says, You need a backup, Koolfrogg. You've been drinking too much of the chemicals in the water. Well, the thing is that I actually do have several backup channels just in
That's
case something
atrazine,
happens.
by the way. Runoff from farms. It's a real thing.
They're bringing the Koolfrogg's gay.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. You have a good night.
You too. Bye now.
Later, Jimmy.
And with that,
So
I bid
then-
you fellows adieu. I will catch you on the cool side of the pillow.
Awesome.
Farewell.
Later.
Later.
Shirts?
What about it?
You want to show yourself out? Or just go away?
Well, of course. You can go to americashirtsaretfirst.com. That's americashirtsaretfirst.com. The most based t-shirts on the planet, and you can get 15% off any shirt in the store using the discount code. Don't get tongue-tied here. Koolfrogg. 15% off any shirt in the store. Again, wear a base t-shirt. Have fun. Have fun while you are dropping truth bombs everywhere, making the lefties go re.
And I'm
Extreme re.
Koolfrogg. You can follow me. You can go down below. You can hit that link tree. There's plenty of different ways that you can follow me. If you want to support me immediately, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/Koolfrogg. That's KOOLFROGG. Thank you very much, and everybody have a wonderful night.
Later, peeps.